You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another semi-historic TADPOG podcast.
Semi-historic?
Semi-historic. Because,
Wow.
well, in case we sound differently to anyone listening.
Oh, all that work that we all did before doing this. You're talking about that. Okay.
So, out of the gate, I want to introduce our most perfect guest that I love so much.
Mm-hmm.
Gun nerd John Turley and Wizened Sage Ian Chandler.
Surprise, everyone!
What's up?
It's not a...
It's not them at all. We just had pre-recorded.
Right. We've cut in from other episodes.
Right.
To bring them here.
Painstakingly. This actually took us 12 hours to edit and produce. So if you appreciate it, patreon.com/tadpog.
Yeah.
John and I would like to actually, when we are together on the show, would like to be referred to as TADPOG IT.
TADPOG IT.
That's
I feel like that's
I like
accurate.
that. That's perfect. Yep. TADPOG IT.
Hey, the whole new annex.
We are in
We wired
Blanket
that shit
Fort
up like
3.0.
30 minutes ago.
As promised in the end of year extravaganza Patreon episode and the year end extravaganza from the year before, we promised to get internet out to this building, and we did that today. So here we are.
Not only that, but your New Year's resolution has been met.
Yeah, finally.
Here you are.
Finally.
Oh yeah.
Your New Year's resolution for
I
2
made
years.
it to I made it to a regular production episode of TADPOG in 2019.
Congratulations.
This isn't even a
This is the
Patreon
first one
episode.
I've
I'm
been
honored.
on. Yeah, this is the first non-Patreon episode I've been on in a while.
Yeah, me too. So thanks
We're
for having
christening-
me.
And we get to christen Annex 3.0 or Blanket Fort 3.0. What's the
Blanket-
official
I guess
title
this is
of this
Annex.
new venue?
This is the Hexagon.
You're right. Yeah, that's true. This
Ooh, I like
Because this is constructed of 4 cubicle panels, a box spring, and a mattress.
the Hexagon.
The Hexagon. It's like the Pentagon, but for TADPOG.
there is a
Nation.
lot of room in here. It's
Dude, this is-
kind of weird. Like
It's unsettling.
Dave, you and I are the exact same distance we always are, but
Yeah.
we feel a
I
lot
feel like
further away.
You're super far away. It makes me sad a little bit.
There's like like you said, the same distance. There's just room behind you and room
That's
behind
true.
you.
Yeah.
And to my sides.
Yeah, it is odd to be able to like put my arms straight out at my sides and like I can almost touch one of the sides of the hexagon, but that's about it.
I bet when I leave this Hexagon, I won't knock anything over, and that's the first thing in a long
Yep.
time. You know, and I wasn't even sitting in the complicated spot in the other Blanket Fort. I had a pretty straight shot to get out. I feel sorry for you motherfuckers because you all were like having to all be all limbo around it and not. I mean, there was a lot.
I've got power outlets in the ceiling in here, so like,
Dude, there's fucking
stuff
power
isn't
outlets
struggling
everywhere.
all over the place.
I couldn't help myself. Like I counted earlier. I was like, there's like 9 goddamn power outlets in the ceiling.
This garage is amazing. I mean, it's the tits. It's all the tits.
All of them.
It will be a lot of work, but it will
single
be a pinnacle recording studio.
It will, and I mean, I'm gonna continue helping develop this.
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
'cause
I wanna-
to soundproof it and get that air conditioning in here. I'm ribbing you guys. I know you can't help it.
I mean, we can help it. We can run the air.
But we're all about sound quality, right?
Yes. Sorry.
It's hot in here because we can't run the air because it makes too much background noise.
Which I'm terribly nervous about. Anytime we move anything, like
I know.
I'm crazy nervous about.
I don't think
the sound quality.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry.
You
about
literally
that. I mean, it
released an
sounds-
episode once where your shitty laptop microphone.
that
was
internal
running.
mic, bro.
It is
More than once.
It
I
will-
listened.
Yeah.
I listened anyway.
I
appreciate
did
it.
too, and it will never be worse than that. I promise.
I feel weird because we normally start every show. This isn't on the mics ever, but it's me telling you, Tyler, don't trip on that cord.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Now it's blue and hanging from the ceiling, and I'm not going to
Don't
trip
you don't have
over
to worry
it.
about it. Yeah.
So today, because really, I mean, we're talking about of course, all hail the randomizer
All hail the randomizer.
Hell.
and its infinite wisdom. I made a joke about a hockey game, so it's like, all right,
It
motherfucker,
heard you.
Here you go.
Do you-
not even a mad like a franchise one? Here you go. It's just an
Right.
independent hockey game.
But Jaleco.
Thank you, randomizer. But of course, I mean, the biggest hockey fans I know are John and Ian. I
course.
I call them big and little hockey.
Yeah.
all the time.
That's Lil, L-I-L.
Little hockey.
Yeah.
That's my rapper name.
Wait, who's who?
You know.
Well, I mean,
Who's who? No, I don't know.
I guess it depends on if you're
Go-
referring to height.
yeah, that's exactly. I mean, he's like 6 foot, so
I'm 6'1".
no, it's, no, it's,
one,
it's,
yeah.
it's dick size.
Oh,
Oh, then I'm definitely Lil Hockey.
I admire you for jumping on that.
My
grenade,
assumption
Ian.
is that I'm Lil Hockey.
no, I'm a little hockey.
I wanted to be Lil Hockey.
Damn it.
I'm long and thin hockey.
Sorry for that.
it's funny. Like
I'm
on the way
lowercase j hockey.
on the way over here, I was thinking, I was like, man, like they pick, like this is you could roll the dice on like major sports, like what we would consider pro sports here in the United States, and I'd probably come out all right on that. Hockey is where I like you could like hockey and soccer are the two that I'm like, man, I really don't know much about those. I'm sure glad I could bring my fucking expertise to the show.
I know a little about hockey, but I don't know anything like
Oh shit.
enough to quote or the names of players and stuff, but I do like to watch a game, and I would love to go to a Predators game in Nashville once.
I've been to a
it's
Predators
I think it's
game.
one of those things you got to experience live.
It's
That's what
awesome.
my brother went to one. He did say like it's
Yeah.
it's
The
awesome
show?
live.
I bet it
Oh,
is because
dude.
it's exciting. I like watching it. I don't like tune in, but I wouldn't turn away from a hockey game if someone had one on. I walked in like, oh shit, hockey! I'll watch this.
Yeah,
'Cause
no, it's an exciting
fast-paced,
sport
it
to
really gets
watch.
going, Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't know that much about it. Like I can watch and be like, "Oh, that was cool,"
Yeah.
But I mean that's about the extent of it.
Because
Like
I
Wayne
like
Gretzky.
because I do
That's all
enjoy
know.
football a great deal. I mean, I'm not as hardcore as a lot of my friends, but I do love to watch
Oh
football.
no, you know a lot about football.
And
Dave
I know a lot
Dave
about
won
the
fantasy
game.
football. He's all about that.
I know
Yeah,
all
I
about
did.
the game. Did
About
you
that
really?
pigskin life.
Congratulations.
Yeah, my first season, and then I retired. Yeah.
Well, you should always
Yeah,
retire
go
when
out
you're
on top.
Because I was like, fantasy football is bullshit. Goodbye. I know nothing in one.
just fade into the bushes like Homer Simpson.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I love watching it on TV. I can watch any football game and just enjoy it. But going and seeing one in person, like down in Nashville, we got to see the Steelers a few times play in Nashville.
Yes.
That's my team.
Yeah.
And watching it in person, even when you're half a mile away up in the top of the studio, I can do this now. I can,
Yeah, he can move his arms.
You can
It's crazy.
articulate.
You can
That's
extend.
how I talk.
He's got some wingspan. so.
It's still really exciting to watch in person because the crowd energy. I got to see the
Yeah.
Rams play the Titans in a preseason game after the Rams beat the Titans in the Super Bowl, and it was like Dennis. Remember when Dennis Miller was an NFL commentator?
Yes, on
Yeah,
ABC.
He was literally
Remember when
across-
Dennis Miller?
right? Right. Yeah, he was across the stadium. I could see him in the booth across from me,
Oh, that's cool.
but it was neat because the energy and that's just why I like it.
and that's the thing.
And
Like,
hockey, I think, would be the same.
like
way.
I don't keep up with a lot of college football. I only really keep up with professional football. So like with football, I can at least like I understand the game. I know the positions, I know the plays, I know like how it works. I know the
Long
mechanics.
paw and far paw. Yeah.
I know the
Yeah,
mechanics of the game. But with hockey, I'm just like that guy. There's a guy with skates and a stick, and he's shooting. He hit the puck.
Oh,
hit the
he
thing.
punched that other guy.
Yeah,
Look, Mom.
look, he tackled him.
He looks like
I don't
a bully,
think that's
so
legal.
he's the enforcer
but I don't
for Mighty
know
Ducks
because I know shit about hockey.
He's legit. He's legit bleeding. That guy is. No one cares.
There's the
No
black
one
guy.
cares.
He's the knuckle pucker. I know that. Now, before we delve too deep into pro sport hockey
Or at all.
or at all, I'm your beard host Tyler, and before we get started, I have to talk about the Green Ranger some more.
All right.
You're wearing
please.
a Green Ranger shirt.
I am wearing a Green Ranger, White Ranger shirt. I forgot I had. I got it out of a loot box.
That is awesome.
But since we did that episode, I started watching like Green Ranger compilations. And there's some cool shit he did that I completely forgot about. That some of it seems a little bit like out of D&D. One is just tactical because all the Power Rangers summon their Zords, join it together, go into the Megazords, use their power coins to like make them look like icicles and plug it into the Megazord like a joystick. And that's how they would all five together pilot the Megazord. Well, they're fighting the Green Ranger. They summon their Zords. They jump in. They're like, what are you going to do now, Green Ranger? And he's like, oh, shit, all right. He just jumps in there after them, jumps into their command center, fucks them all up. The next thing you see, they're just all thrown out of the Megazord. So I've always wondered as a kid, like, why does anybody just jump in there? Well, fucking Green Ranger jumped in there, beat their asses, threw them out.
Oh, my God.
And then, of course, the Dragon Zord, one person to pilot it. It's as strong as the Megazord. And if he doesn't want to get in and pilot it, he just plays that flute and it has like an autopilot function. It's salient. He can just do whatever the fuck it wants. Green Ranger is just so far the best Ranger ever. And then I forgot again his shield, when he's fighting the Red Ranger firing his lasers at him, he just starts playing that flute and the shield activates and basically turns into like an energy reflection spell. And he's just walking, playing his flute, and Jason's trying to blast at him, and it's all just being reflected back at him and blows Jason the fuck up.
His flute that sounds like a trumpet.
Yep, his trumpet dagger.
He sounds like, whenever he plays it, he sounds like Gato from Chrono Trigger. Would you like to take a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers quiz?
Yeah,
right now?
Yeah, let's
start with a quiz?
Let's get that out of the way.
Let's start with a quiz.
Yeah.
This is carryover from our last episode. The last episode.
I'm good with that. It's so funny. Like I know about as much about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as I do about pro sports hockey. But I love listening.
Perfect.
Like the last episode, man, I loved it. I loved listening to you because you were so like passionate about Power
I loved
Rangers.
it so much as
I
a
was
kid.
just
Gage
a
was
touch.
super into Power Rangers
Yeah.
when he was little.
Oh, yeah?
And I got it by
proxy.
attrition in a way.
What
but
era was he watching?
Original, like the
Oh, really?
first
All
Power
right.
Rangers. Like he was all about it. He got a every time he always was doing karate, like he
Yeah.
and the pose, So he would always freeze in a karate pose.
I think that show is about
100
posing.
pictures of him doing that shit. It's fucking awesome. Kid was into some Power Rangers.
It's what the Angry Video Game Nerd did a breakdown that was really, really good, and how he hated that he missed it because it's basically a take on like Godzilla for kids. Like it's giant monster movies.
It's the same. Yeah. It's the same kind of thing because there was a show back in the 70s called Ultraman.
Fuck yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Ultraman. I played that Super Nintendo game a lot.
Okay, so
Awful.
Ultraman was a big deal when I was a kid. That was my first introduction to that sort of Japanese style of
The Sentai stuff.
yeah, and I didn't have the fucking slightest idea what was going on
course
most of the
not.
time, but I loved it. It was very, very seizure inducing, but I loved it. It was like I could have sat and watched it for hours.
Was Ultraman in Ready Player One?
Man, probably.
Because
I don't know.
I don't know if
I don't remember.
Remember the two Japanese he plays with the two Japanese kids.
It was it wasn't Ultraman.
and they get that artifact.
It was one of the.
It's very similar.
It was one of the big suits, one of the big robot suits.
I don't remember. It's been a very long time. All I remember is Supaida Men.
I can't remember either. I just watched Ready Player One the other day.
See, I still haven't seen it.
It's pretty good. It's not.
I heard it's so different from the book.
It's
It's still
not
good,
at
but it's not the
all.
book.
It is good. It's not
the
like
book.
the book. The book is, and I hate to say it,
It's better.
it's so
much
fucking
better.
much better.
Yeah.
It is. The book was life changing for me. I mean, I really got that book. It hit me hard. But in the movie, I very much enjoyed it. I have zero problems with the movie. It could have stood alone. I don't know.
How do you feel about because Ready Player One got a lot of hate. The book got a lot of hate after it was announced that it was going to be a movie. Like, Twitter was on fire with people saying, "What is this? All it is a list of pop culture references."
It really is a long list of pop culture references, and some of it's a little bit.
And what's
it gets
wrong
a
with
little
that?
bit thick. From
Yeah,
time
exactly.
To time.
We are a big
Exactly.
list of pop culture
Exactly.
references.
That's what I was going to say. Is it doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't take away from the story. I enjoyed it.
Exactly.
No, I did
as
too.
long
And the
as
fact
there's
that Will Wheaton read the book, the audiobook. That's
Yeah.
how I got it. Was audiobook.
Yeah, me too.
Will Wheaton reads that book, and at one point, I think I've mentioned this before. At one point, he refers to the president of Earth during this time, or president of the United States, whatever, is Will Wheaton. So he's reading the book and he reads his own name as if because it mentions Will Wheaton being
that's
the
wonderful.
It's not
Well,
none of that's in the movie.
And if
but-
there's a coherent, enjoyable story, who gives a fuck if there's a lot of pop culture? I mean, fuck, that just makes it better.
It
in my
helps to
opinion.
know a little bit about the 80s to get most of it.
Right.
Because,
Sure.
And having grown up.
I was
in the
there.
It's so
80s.
funny to
Yeah,
me
it
now,
was-
like how the 80s has become this like thing, you know, like that
It
you
was-
see a lot of,
the
like
thing
Stranger
is-
Things and like all these different
Yep.
TV shows.
I
and
think it's a thing
stuff
because
like-
it was a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was as big of a deal then as it is now. To me, the 80s were awesome. I still think fondly on the 80s because...
Watch The Americans if you have it. If you
I will.
if you
I know.
remember the 80s at all,
Hey.
even a little tiny
the
bit,
80s.
fucking watch The Americans.
What's the
God.
Americans?
It's a show that came on FX. It hit its last season a few years ago. It's a fucking phenomenal show. There's so much, and it's set in the 80s. It's
Okay.
about these Russian spies. I'm not gonna like give anything away. It's pretty obvious from even the title screen, like that's what it's about.
Oh, it's
but like
super Soviet. I've seen
the
some of it. yeah.
Fucking like it's amazing to me when I watch that show, like the amount of detail. Like, cause I remember this shit, and I'm like, yeah, everybody I knew had that fucking Tupperware pitcher. My mother had that fucking sweater. The girl I like dated,
You can say fingered. It's fine.
well, the girl that I was girlfriends in elementary school wore those Guess jeans. Like, I mean, it's like it's insane the amount of detail. Every fucking car, it's like HBO level detail.
That's hard. It's hard to pull off.
Dude, it's legit, and
Well,
and it's a good show too. Like it's
I've
really
heard it has like
good.
a pretty good cult following.
Oh yeah, and like Carrie Russell plays the mom in it, and what's fucked up is like she's so not a mom. Like I mean she is, but like she is like will not flinch at just putting a bullet in somebody if she needs to. Like,
Well, Carrie Russell, who starred in Felicity.
Yeah.
And Felicity, who also co-starred Amy Jo Johnson, who was the Pink Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Nice.
You guys ready to take
here's
this?
Kevin Bacon that shit.
There's that segue.
Bringing it back. I love it. This quiz came in from Quizmaster Matt Cowan. He's
Bovine Bear?
Yes, Bovine Bear. Quizmaster Bovine Bear Matt Cowan. He sent me a message today and he said, I have a Power Rangers quiz. It's only 5 questions. I'm not going to have time to finish it. Do you want it? And I said, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. So here it is. The quiz is titled Power Play. And Matt says, man, that Green Ranger is pretty sweet. Let's forget pro sport hockey for a sec and talk more about Power Rangers.
Perfect.
Each of these 10
I didn't even plan that.
Each of these 10 questions, or 5 questions, will be a picture. Oh no, will be a picture of a season 1 monster as a clue, and you must name that monster.
Oh, Tyler's got this.
No. Season 1 is 60 episodes long.
Holy fuck.
They worked. I did know that there was just a ridiculous amount of
That's
episodes.
insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. That was not me.
A big thanks to Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn for help with this quiz. It's morphin time, and I do want to point out that no one's going to be able to see these photographs of the monsters. So perfect radio. But there is a question that coincides with it. So like the diehard. Let's take. You want to take this quiz as the audience and not look at the photos?
Okay, yeah, you just describe it to us.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah, okay, perfect. All right. Are you guys good with that?
Sure.
Because, like, let's be real, I honestly feel like the only person at this table who has a chance of getting these questions correct is Tyler.
I don't remember hardly any of their names. So
Yeah, I kind of was like you. I had aged out a little bit.
One
of
was Bryan
Power
Cranston,
Rangers, so I
so-
only remember like vaguely like commercials that I saw and stuff.
And the porn parodies. First question. To create this monster, Finster captured Maria, a young girl who Kimberly and Trini were babysitting, and used her to open a chest to retrieve the power eggs, as the chest could only be opened by a child. And I'll describe the monster now to you. It looks like like if Danny DeVito was a rooster and had hedge clippers.
It does. Wow.
Oh man.
I'm actually really glad there are only 5
And
questions.
what's the name of this monster?
What's the name of this monster?
Is that the question?
Yep.
Is that what we're trying to figure out, the name of this monster?
Red Rum Rooster.
Red Rum Rooster. All right, let's see. Chunky Chicken. Chunky Chicken.
You know, I might have actually
is-
guessed that.
it
if
is
I would've
heavy.
given it-
Isn't that
given it
a Bare
shot.
Naked Ladies lyric?
Chicken the trunk, the Chinese chicken. Bring
Close enough.
Yeah, we'll take
watching,
that.
well, the lights aren't on when you're watching X-Files. Tell me. Okay, go ahead.
Next question. This monster could swallow the Power Rangers by using an energy tongue that he emitted. Kirby? All right. Well, let me describe the
strong
monster.
guess.
Let me describe the monster first. He could swallow the Power Rangers by using an energy tongue that he emitted from his horn, which transformed them into energy balls to be consumed.
I guess Likitongu.
All right. All right. So we got Kirby, Likatungo.
I'm sticking with Kirby.
Tyler, let me describe this monster to you. It looks like Danny DeVito dressed up as the monster from the Black Lagoon. Is that it? The Black Lagoon?
Let me see.
Also, he has.
Yeah, I think so.
Also,
yeah.
he has Power Ranger helmet faces on his belly that kind of look like Easter eggs.
Oh, big gulp.
Big gulp. All right, let's see what the answer is. Terror Toad.
Let me see.
Terror Toad.
Terror Toad.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
The
remember-
same
remember
guy
that
to
one
be
at
in
all.
that costume. Just saying.
What about the guy in the
Same
costume?
guy is in the costume.
Oh, it's Chunky Chicken?
Chunky Chicken.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Danny DeVito.
They have the guy, the Japanese Danny DeVito is in
Okay,
there.
Ooh.
so far
I like
two
that.
cases of alliteration. So we'll lead on that one for question number 3.
All right. Question number 3. This monster can bite its enemies and cause an itchy rash. It shrank and hit itself.
Where's my Lamisil? By the power of...
Power Lamisil, go!
Yeah, there we go.
It shrank and hit itself inside a stray dog, not on a stray dog, inside a stray dog. So it's that kind of parasite.
Oh, like the Venom symbiote in the movie. It's fine.
It's hit itself inside a stray dog Jason was taking care of. And I'll describe it. It kind of looks like a stag beetle, but actually this one doesn't look like Danny DeVito. It looks like a humanoid stag beetle that's red. Bitey beetle?
Bitey beetle. I feel like the red might have something to do with it, though.
He's that guy.
Or is it a tick?
Maybe it is a tick. Tommy Tick?
Is it
Tommy Tick.
The red tick.
Titanic tick?
Titanic Tick. I like that.
That was pretty good.
Let's see what it is. It is Fighting Flea.
Flea.
Fighting Flea.
Flea.
Next question. Finster created this monster. Finster, the moon goat, created this monster with a handful of Egyptian sand thrown into the clay mold. And the monster looks like the Sphinx pretty much came to life. And grew wings and is wielding a crooked staff.
Oh, I remember this guy.
Ooh. Something pharaoh, right?
Gotta be super Egyptian looking.
Fighting pharaoh.
Super Sphinx.
Ooh, Super Sphinx. I like that.
Let's go Super Sphinx.
Super Sphinx. All right, logging it in. It is King Sphinx. We were so half credit.
I think you get half
Half credit.
Totally.
All right, last question. A fan-wielding samurai monster. Its jug...
Melina.
Its jug contains an alternate dimension where Kimberly is trapped. And my description of this is it's pretty much a samurai oni with a fan and a giant gourd on to his side,
Phony Oni.
much akin to Gara of the Sand.
Looks like he's about to smash that over to the amp.
Is something... I feel like the word samurai is in there somewhere.
Madara's fan. I forget what that's called.
The one that looks like kind of like a big feather.
Yeah, Madara Uchiha.
I want more half credit if samurai is in the name, but I'm
Okay.
gonna try. Studded samurai.
Studded samurai.
He's got the leather studs.
Yeah, kind of a
It's not
biker
studded
thing
samurai.
going on.
Star-studded samurai is a character that I've invented, and he's an American samurai.
Psycho Samurai.
Psycho Samurai. All right, let's see what it is. It is Samurai Fan Man.
Wow, they were real, man. They're fucking phoning it in with that name.
A little bit on the nose. Little bit on the nose.
We don't want to confuse the kid.
No,
Hey, that's
Samurai
half
Fan Man.
credit though, so that's one, right?
We got
I got
one out of
point.
5. We got a
Five.
20%.
20%.
That
Hey,
is
not-
a
I'll take it.
failing grade.
That's better than most pre-calculus grades I ever got.
Right.
Oh shit. There we go.
What?
You okay? Everyone all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess we can talk about some hockey.
Well, I got a couple things. Dave said he had a couple things.
I got like
through some
3
things.
fucking intro
Yeah,
stories.
fucking
Let's go
intro.
through some
Wow,
things.
man.
Let's do some things.
Yeah, I had a lot. I had a busy week.
Call Guinness.
But
I
I'll
just
go.
want to say real quick, Ian, you look younger to me than you ever have been. I feel like you're aging in reverse.
He's Benjamin
I've got a
Button.
lot more hair. I grew. My hair's growing out pretty long, actually, and I think that contributes to that. You're not.
Okay.
I believe it or not, you're not the first person to tell me that lately.
It's a good job.
Growing the hair out, making it nice and long while I still can.
Yeah.
Hope it doesn't fall out. That's all I've got, John. That's all I've got.
I understand.
Oh, yeah.
I understand.
My luxurious
Yeah.
mane.
Both of you. Fuck.
Hair.
Both of you. Tyler, you're looking good over there.
Thank
Have
you.
I told you?
And my
Have I told
scalp
you
is
how
just
nice? Have I told you how nice you look?
Crimson Scalp is
Yeah.
your Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
Crimson
monster name.
Crown.
Crimson Crown.
Crimson Crown fan man.
Crimson Crown Mike
Here,
Man.
let me warm this up a little bit.
Yeah, for Bobby's wedding.
We'll be
I got
together.
sunburned
Careful, you're
real
going
bad
to unleash
on
some
my
power there, John. You going first or am I?
Go for it.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's your show.
I don't. Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're.
so it's his call. Go.
But you're
Right.
a little hockey.
I got one little thing and one not so little thing.
All right.
I'm a little hockey.
Little hockey coming in.
First of all, I haven't talked to anybody in this room except John. I haven't talked to you guys since prom. Really. I mean, a little
Oh,
bit here and
shit.
there.
Yeah.
I text her.
I just got to go on record as saying, all you Tadpog motherfuckers out there, I had a fucking blast at prom. It was
Goddamn
literally my favorite thing. I had like somehow 10 times more fun than I had the year before. I love you all.
'cause I
Every
wasn't there.
single one of you was awesome, and I had a great time, and I just wanted to put that out there because that was amazing.
It
And
was.
it's now become a thing that I cannot miss.
I'm really
So-
glad that you.
I'm fucking
that y'all
there,
came.
man.
I did not. I did not want to leave. I did not want to leave.
No.
And I normally don't like to travel. I'm ready to get the fuck out of there as soon as I get where I'm going. I'm like, all right, fuck this. When can we leave? I was literally, oh, look, it's snowing. We got to stay. You know, I mean, it was. So anyway,
It was the best.
that was the little thing I wanted to bring up because I haven't had a chance to talk about it to anybody. So thank you all for coming and being so cool and awesome and just having such a good time. The second thing I wanted to talk about today was kind of this came to me as was good. That's gonna make.
We're about to hear some Sprite. Go for it.
I dropped a whole liter of
just-
Sprite.
No, I was
Fucking
just like
stepped on
relieving
it,
the
and it
pressure.
just keeps
it's
going.
still-
That's what keeps popping.
Let's-
It's slowly regaining
Let's
its
fix
form.
it. Let's get some Sprite Foley. Put it up to the mic, please, and fix it, and then it'll be done.
I can't. It's not really pressurized anymore.
You're gonna have to blow into the bottle
Blow into the bottle, John.
with your mouth.
Get it. Come
Go on,
son.
John.
Your other
like
mouth.
that. Just just like that.
There you go.
Fuck.
That's like Superman turning
Yeah.
a piece of coal into a diamond.
Something. That was something.
Okay. Now-
Somehow I just hit my stand.
no more
goal
Sprite pops.
on my watch. All right. So the other thing I wanted to bring up was actually a little bit. It was sort of random. It came to me earlier, and I thought it might be neat to talk about because this is the right forum for that sort of thing. It's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just very briefly.
What is it?
The MCU. Marvel Cinematic Universe. Have you
Marvel
ever heard of this?
Cinematic
Marvel is a comic book.
The comic people? I know the comic people.
company. They made movies, David.
Really?
Yeah, they did. They've been really successful.
Like the Fantastic Four?
Not so much. Not so much that one.
So
Oh,
we're-
the Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
The Silver
exactly.
Surfer.
Daredevil?
The Netflix thing? Not the Ben Affleck one? Anyway.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not gonna
Daredevil pisses me off so much.
the Netflix show redeems it, at least
I'm
season
sure.
one.
I'm sure. Like I remember seeing the previews. Well, I watched like the
Dude,
first
Ben
10
Affleck
minutes.
was
I like Ben Affleck.
I watched
though.
that fight scene between him and Elektra today on Our Cringe. Oh man,
place for it.
I like genuinely like Ben Affleck as an actor. Like I
he
think
was
he's
awesome
a
as Batman. It
He was a
pissed
great
me off.
Batman.
He's not Batman anymore.
I'm disappointed that he's not going
he
to
was
play
a
Bruce
great,
Wayne in Batman
angry
anymore.
Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne.
He really
Yeah.
was. He really was. And I didn't have as big a problem with the DCU as a lot of people have lately, but I'm not getting into the DCU.
I loved him as the guy
sorry.
who fucks girls in uncomfortable places and Mallrats.
Mallrats, yeah, the back of a Volkswagen.
Right, the back of a
customer is always an asshole.
I was just
Sorry,
wanted to bring
go
up
ahead,
about
go
the
ahead.
MCU. I saw a really interesting thing the other day that without there was at one point the very first like actual legitimate superhero movie that was ever released was Superman in 1978. Before that, it was like little serials, like those weekly serials they used to do back in the 50s and 60s.
Sure.
And it's a lot of comics, but the movie thing didn't really start until Superman in 1978, right? And then we get Superman 2, then we get Batman not too far down. DC is killing it, right? Because in my world, all these movies were groundbreaking, amazing, awesome, right? Marvel is floundering. They made a Fantastic Four movie that was never released because it was so bloody
I've
terrible.
heard about that. Yeah,
I've seen scenes from this thing. It's garbage. It's like, oh, thank God they didn't.
Because what Arrested Development has is like where Tobias is dating the girl who was Invisible Girl in that
yeah.
movie.
I don't remember that. That's great.
She's like a heroin addict.
So Marvel's not doing so hot. There was a comic book bubble that burst in the 80s. Both companies were putting out just all these different comics and stuff that were just fucking tanking. People weren't wanting to spend their money on this garbage. Shit wasn't going well, and Marvel actually ended up declaring bankruptcy. Well, at one point, they decided to sell one of their lesser-known properties to have a movie made about it. And this is what actually has been correlated to where the Marvel Universe is today, in the movie universe is today. It was Blade.
Blade, right?
So Blade, they were like, well, you know what? We're gonna just take a gamble here. We're gonna sell the rights to this C-list character that nobody knows about. Well, the movie cost like $46 million to make it.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes took this role super seriously.
He was like 20 million of it.
Right.
At that time. He was like
choreographed-
fucking popular.
He choreographed every fight scene in that movie. They had an all-star cast. They had Chris Christopherson. They had Steven Dorff. They had all these people in it. You know, they really put the money and the effort into it and made this thing into the rave scene in Blade. Tell me that's not one of the coolest scenes in the movie, right?
Rave.
Oh my God.
I've never
love
seen
it.
Blade.
Okay, so
Man,
should
you
see
locked
Blade.
Ian up.
Yeah, I've never seen Blade.
Rebooted.
Is it good?
How did you live in the 90s and never see Blade?
I don't know. Good question.
You should try
I'm
it.
kind of
Give it a
amazed
shot.
by that.
It's a little, by today's standards, it's a little campy, but
Yeah.
what it did was it established this sort of a universe that people could relate to for whatever reason. You know, it's fantasy, it's vampires, it's all this kind of stuff. You got the Daywalker. It had two sequels, you know, Blade 2 and 3. And there was, the movie ended up making like $141 million, of which Marvel got goose egg, got none of it.
Right, 'cause they sold the rights.
But it was a moral victory for them because they were like, okay,
This is one of ours.
we can do this. The next thing they did that was stupid was sell the X-Men rights to Fox.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, then they sold the Spider-Man rights to Sony.
Yeah.
Both of those franchises did pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could say
so
that.
then this one dude comes along, this agent guy, he comes along and he says, look, y'all are dumb.
Knock that
Quit
shit off.
selling your damn rights to your properties and start making your own fucking movies. And they're like, okay, we'll do that shit. And they made Iron Man in 2008. And the rest is history. I mean, so in a way, Blade, of all fucking things, is responsible for where we are today in the Marvel Universe with Endgame, which I'm not going to spoil. I'm not going to say anything spoilery, but it was amazing.
But Blade was fantastic in it.
Blade was so good in it.
Blade was, if it hadn't been for Blade,
I know. Stop. Well, stop. Don't spoil it.
in Avengers Endgame.
Don't spoil it.
I'm just saying, you haven't seen it, you need to see
Yeah.
this.
You guys remember when Blade beat Thanos?
Yeah, he like chopped Thanos' head off, didn't he?
It's that Daywalker.
Who knew Thanos was a vampire until we saw Endgame?
I just thought of all characters, of all things, to have
No,
sort of
you're right.
really kind of got that
Yeah.
ball
No,
rolling.
lit the candle.
That Blade, and a lot of people don't even know that Blade was a Marvel property at any point.
I didn't
And so-
when the movie was
yeah.
out, which is why I didn't see it. If I would have known that Blade was a Marvel character, I probably would have seen it.
And it was just on a goof, and like I said, they didn't make any money. It was the first movie at the very beginning. You see Marvel Studios, and it's got the
no
old
shit.
Marvel logo that used to be up in the upper right-hand corner where it says Marvel, and it has Studios in like hot red cursive writing or whatever. They do that, and you know, oddly enough, here we are. And so I'm kind of glad it went the way that it went. You know, because
Who all does Blade cross over with? Do you know?
honestly,
Are you
I don't
familiar?
think that I'm not that familiar with the comics.
Dracula. I know that.
Like, I don't think he crosses over.
Well, so the X-Men, so that's totally fine.
I hate that Dracula is a Marvel character. That it's like,
Right.
Especially like 10 years
I thought
ago.
Universal owned the rights to Dracula.
I think, dude, I don't know
Unless
how that
it's
all
in
works.
print versus in movies. I know they own all the
I don't know how that all
monster
works.
movies.
But I do know that
Godzilla's coming out soon. Oh my lord!
when they
another one?
rebooted the X-Men, and it's like I really wanted to like get there was like a new X-Men series like 10 years ago in comic book form, and I wanted to get in on it, but the first story arc was all about Dracula, and I noped the fuck out. I was like,
See, I didn't know
kidding
that.
me?
I was like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Like
What?
But he turned Storm into a vampire.
I know, yeah.
I've got that comic somewhere.
Excellent.
Well, in any case, yeah, exactly.
But look, I haven't read it,
That's
so
pretty nice.
it might be good. It just sounds stupid.
I had mentioned earlier that the Marvel universe has become to me as important, if not more so, than Star Wars, just because there's 23 movies. My wife and I sat and watched all of them in chronological order before we went to see Infinity War, and we've stayed up. We saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Captain Marvel, and then obviously Endgame. And I even like Incredible Hulk, even though there was some casting issues because. What's his fucking name?
Eric Bana?
Norton.
No. Eric Bana was in the original
yeah.
Hulk movie that was
Which was
directed by
Ang
Ang
Lee,
Lee. And it was not good. But Edward Norton, yes, played Hulk.
Norton's
played Bruce
antivirus.
Banner. Yeah, exactly. Played Bruce Banner Hulk. There were some issues. They kind of ousted him and put Mark Ruffalo in his place. Who I think Mark Ruffalo is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, he's great.
Fuck yeah.
I want another Hulk movie with him
Yes,
as
please.
the star. I love every single one of those movies. I have not one single problem with any of them, and that is hard to do.
They're better films than the Star
They
Wars films.
are better films.
They're better
and
films.
The storytelling is fucking phenomenal.
They're better films, objectively.
You just can't say otherwise. I
better
love
films.
Star Wars.
I do
It's
too.
been with me since
Yeah.
1977. I love it. I'm never going to turn my back on it. But the Marvel
I've never
universe
cried watching a
is
Star Wars. Well,
maybe a little. I have.
Okay, yeah, that is kind of a lie. But like the amount I've cried at Marvel movies has
Way
been
more.
absolutely fucking
They
ridiculous.
know how to get you right
Yeah.
here.
That's better. It's good filmmaking.
I
really
cried
is.
3 times during Endgame.
I cried the entire time.
And I don't obviously we're not going to say
gotta
at
watch this
what
movie.
point, but they are that emotional. They're
They're heavy.
that invested. I've never had 3 hours and 2 minutes go by so fast.
Yeah.
I was like terrified I would have to get up to go pee or something and that missed something, but I didn't.
I saw Endgame twice, 2 consecutive days.
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
It's such a good movie. It's such a good franchise. And guys, Disney Plus is coming later this year. Have
like
you
in
heard about
November. Yeah.
it? I have already
Blade
dropped
better get his own fucking
Netflix.
show.
I've already dropped Netflix and
Dropping Netflix
I
for
already
it?
have. Because it's going to be half the cost. So
$7. Got all the Simpsons. So
all
like
the,
I'm in.
every Fox, all the Star Wars movies,
shit.
all the
How
Avengers
are you going to watch
movies.
The Office, though?
Huh?
right.
The Office.
I don't know. I think they're going to
Netflix
pull
is
that
just for
too.
The
aren't
Office.
they? But anyway, the MCU is where it's at right now.
Fuck yeah.
And I would love anybody out there. You want to sit around and talk about the MCU with me for a while? I'd love to do it. I could do it forever. It's awesome. So Blade. It's thanks to Blade. Thank
Blade,
you, Wesley
yeah.
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes brought that shit to you.
20 million
Yeah, he
went
was
to
in
Wesley
Demolition
Snipes,
Man.
and 0 went to the government. Thank you,
Demolition
Wesley
Man.
Snipes.
If y'all haven't seen Demolition Man, you
Watch
need
that
to
shit.
watch that
That's
movie.
an SNES game, isn't it?
I hope so.
Based on a movie.
I bet it
Called
is.
I
Demolition
think it
Man.
is.
The
I
movies
know
is.
Judge Dredd is, and I've kind of I hear about those two movies
Jed,
together.
They're very
it's
different.
kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very different.
fucking Demolition Man's a funny ass movie. Though.
Demolition
I
Man's
mean,
an excellent movie.
yeah.
Classic.
I still haven't figured out what the seashells do.
I mean,
Nobody really
Nobody
knows.
does.
We actually have free soap seashells on.
he
back of our
does.
toilet.
I can fucking vouch because I remember walking out of your bathroom.
Tanya put
and
Tanya put
asking
those there. It was all Tanya.
I was like, "Did you put the fucking 3 seashells there because of Demolition Man?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I did."
One of the funniest text exchanges I ever had with my wife was about the 3 seashells and Demolition Man, but it was all pictures and it was all scenes from Demolition Man. So I can't describe it and bring everybody
In
else
words,
in on
yeah.
it. But
What do you
it
want
was
our
fucking
bathroom
hilarious.
theme to be? Demolition Man.
Done. Yeah. Actually, David, I might send you those. I might send you the screenshots of that
The seashells.
of the exchange between me and Tanya about that ended up being about Demolition Man. So you can just post them up on the site. Or
Please,
something.
please
There's nothing NSFW on there. So
Bummer.
sorry.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, well, we don't want that shit.
I do want to confirm.
We'll just put some like dicks on it somewhere. It'll be fine. People love it.
I only wish, and I'm going to wrap.
That's what the second seashell is for.
Oh, the dick show.
the dicks.
The dick shell.
I'm going to wrap up my long-windedness by saying that I wish that Endgame had come out before the last prom, so we all could have sat around and talked about it as a group.
Yeah.
It would have been amazing. So we'll just have to save it for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll rewatch it. It'll be out on
I will
Blu-ray
have,
by then.
I will have watched it 100,000 times by then.
I still haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp though. I need to.
I haven't seen
really
Ant-Man and the
good.
Wasp either.
It's,
heard it
it's
was.
impressive. I mean,
I saw the
Ant-Man
original,
was great.
the,
I
the first
love Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Man, Paul
That's
Rudd's so
one of the
fucking good.
very few of those movies that I have seen.
Ant-Man
I
was
have so much
surprising.
catching up to do, but Ant-Man was good, man.
This one wasn't surprising because Ant-Man had already set the standard, but it's just as good as the first one.
All right, awesome.
It has another element, and they take it to the right level, and they really establish him as being what he ends up doing in
legitimate.
Endgame.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to confirm that Demolition Man is in fact a game on the SNES. So we will get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Nice.
It just all depends on the
What's the
randomizer.
name? Phoenix.
everyone pray to the randomizer.
Simon Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix, that's right.
I'm glad that you brought up seashells because and toilets because I have a story about a toilet,
Perfect.
a work toilet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a work toilet.
Oh, man, we ain't heard about a work toilet in a minute.
The work toilet.
I had an experience the other day that terrified me, chilled me to the bone. I'm still recovering from it.
To the bone.
To the bone. I went to the bathroom. I went to the work toilet to do work toilet business. To crush a bowl, to quote John Turley when he and I used to work at the local newspaper. And,
John Turlet Turley.
yeah, when we go poo together. It wasn't weird.
I took enough of that shit in middle school, all right?
Oh, really? Did you deal with Turlet?
Well, Turdley.
Turtley?
Turley.
Man, fucking
No,
kids.
no.
I'm gonna ask.
Why would
That's
anybody
old.
call you names, Burger Bottom? John
I
Turley?
can't
don't
imagine.
fucking
I can't
understand.
imagine why they would.
God, kids suck.
I had a horrible experience where I stopped the toilet up
Oh no.
and
I mean, congratulations.
right, yeah.
Something I've never done. So
Good job. Congratulations.
Work.
Everyone clapped. He was in the bathroom while I freaked out because the water just keeps rising and rising.
Yeah.
And then it stops and we're good. It's like,
Oh,
okay, it
okay.
stopped.
All right.
However, I have a problem on my hands, and that is the fact that it's not draining. The toilet is still, and I can't leave it like this. So I'm in this conundrum where it's like,
I mean, you can.
I can, but I mean, come on, I'm not a monster. So I have this conundrum where it's like, do I flush it again?
There's no.
And,
No.
and,
Never. That's a
and
mistake.
see what happens? Or do I look around and see what I have at my disposal?
There you go.
Do I use my human trait of using a tool to solve the problem?
Yes, tools.
And that's what I decided to do.
Good.
I look around, I'm like, all right.
It was your
okay.
phone, wasn't it?
It was it was my phone and a selfie stick that I just shoved out in there. There's going to be a great video I'm going to post to TADPOG Nation on Facebook. It's POV plumbing. So I look around and I was like, surely there's a plunger.
Yeah, there's got to be,
should be.
right?
Surely there's
There
a
should
plunger.
be.
There's not, but there is a toilet brush.
That works.
So it's
All
like,
right.
Toilet brush
all right,
is acceptable.
I can work
in a
with
pinch.
this. Right. And there is after a pinch.
After a pinch. Damn, you beat me to it by a millisecond.
Yeah, I Jimmy Carr'd you.
Damn it.
There
Great
is,
mind.
and it's like two birds, one stone. There's skid marks. I got to take care of those anyway.
Right, yeah.
So let's do this.
You're offering a service.
Right, exactly.
And a service.
Right. I'm increasing my value at the company.
Skid marks into a
Absolutely.
wet toilet. That's all right. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's
Yeah.
my
Still.
autobiography.
Yeah.
And so I reach for the toilet brush. I'm so excited because I'm like, yes, a tool.
Right.
And I just go at it. I just like dive in.
Yeah.
And when I do, my pointer finger and my middle finger touch the water.
Yep.
Like fingernail, like that knuckle deep. Like, and for the last 3 days, I've been like fucking Johnny Tremaine, like not. not.
I always say we don't make enough
Right.
Johnny Tremaine references.
Can I be real with you? The whole reason I'm telling this story is so I can reference Johnny Tremaine. So like for the next like 2 days, I'm walking around like not using my right hand, and it was my right hand because that's my tool using hand.
It's my strong hand.
So,
You put Vaseline on it in a glove and say you're saving it for your wife.
right.
So my submin humor for anybody who really appreciates that.
I watched this motherfucker over and over and over again, and still I didn't eat with it. I didn't.
Forever unclean.
I didn't do anything with it, but now I'm over it. Today I'm over it.
You're
2 days
over
later,
it.
I'm over
You're
it.
As long
over
as you scrub it
So
under
you'll
those
pop those in your mouth
fingernails,
right now.
man.
You're so over it.
I did bite these fingernails off today.
Okay.
So
Boiling hot bleach always does that.
yes,
I mean, just right in there.
A little ammonia, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
good to go.
Especially take a deep breath while you're doing it. That way the ammonia gets into your lungs and into your bloodstream and kills the germs from the inside.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Like Ant-Man does in the movie Inner Space. You guys remember when Ant-Man was in Inner Space?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Speaking of poop,
Hello. Hey, wait. I have a question.
yeah, please.
Follow-up question.
Please, I'm accepting
But wait,
questions.
There's more.
Did you get the toilet unclogged?
Oh yeah, it's all
Nice.
good.
It's
Good
flush
job.
And, flush and clean now.
How gross
Yeah.
was that brush?
Very.
Okay. What'd you do with the shitty brush?
Hit it really hard on the inside of the toilet
there you go.
everything
Until
came
all the
off.
shit came
Okay.
out.
Then I popped it
guy.
back in the container.
This guy
Yeah,
knows how to do it right.
yeah,
Proper.
Okay,
yeah.
No,
sorry.
you got to do like
problem.
me and just like make sure you have constant, unending diarrhea.
Right.
And you'll never clog a toilet ever, ever. Never clog your colon. Never clog a toilet. Like
Not a problem.
It does seem like the logical solution.
The forward to my autobiography will be to you, and it'll say, "To my dearest friend Tyler, never clogged a toilet, never clogged a colon."
nope.
And
Damn
that's it.
right. I have an appointment with the doctor on the 30th.
Speaking of poop, and I like to say poop sometimes. It bothers some people, and I like that too.
You
Yeah.
and,
Poop?
You and my grandson would get along
Poop.
famously.
Poop bothers people?
Well, because I don't say
I
because
don't-
I'm not saying shit.
Oh.
And
But I mean,
It's
everybody
more
poops.
effective.
it's
Poop.
It's poop. It's fun to say.
It's not like everybody shits, just doesn't have the same
Yeah, it's
ring to it.
That's a
Everyone
subreddit,
defecates.
right?
yeah.
Yeah. It's also an acronym. Poop is not.
Yeah.
The other day,
Sure.
witnessed the best thing that I've seen probably since Henry was born. I saw a former mayor of our city walking 2 dogs on 2 separate leashes, holding 2 bags of poop in her hands.
Right.
And I'm at work
Taylor.
in the front, and I am looking out the window, and I was like, oh, there's our former mayor. I'm gonna witness the glory of our former mayor as she crosses this intersection. As I'm looking out the window, the dogs crisscross leashes. They cross the streams. She's not paying attention, trips over the leashes, falls, catches herself with her hands,
the poo
in which
bag.
one she is holding a bag of poop. But wait, there's more. She stands up and shouts. She is very, very angry, reels back with the bag of poop and hits one of the dogs with it,
Whoa.
Easy.
who then bites her arm.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Good dog.
She drops the bags of poop, and drags the dogs off of the scene.
She leaves the poop?
He left the poop. Poop was there the next day.
I want you to run for mayor and that be your platform.
On that platform.
Absolutely.
That's it. Just that story.
We'll never hit a
Dave
dog
Moore.
with a bag of poop. Dave Moore. Vote for me.
I wish you'd been filming.
Dude,
I know.
I told everyone I was like, this all happened within the span of like 6 seconds. But it's not second. I had my phone on me, but it's not second
Right.
nature to pull my phone out. Like, I feel like a lot of people like who are younger than me, like that's like
Would have.
instinct.
Right.
Phone is out. But it's like I just don't like. I was just like,
Christ, I wouldn't have been able to push the button fast enough. I'd have
Yeah.
been like, okay, video.
Everyone, anytime you see the former mayor of your town, just pull
yeah,
out your
just
phone.
pull it out, get it
Pull
ready.
out.
Okay.
May as well.
I was
feel like
floored.
it's
Hit the
solid
dog
rule.
with the bag of poop. but then got bit.
Then the dog bit her, yeah. And it was, and then she screamed, and it's like, I was like in the front office.
It's not her fault. I mean, it's not the dog's fault. She wasn't fucking paying attention.
It's a beautiful dog, too.
Yeah.
Big
beautiful
dog.
I like a husky.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
damn.
Yeah, like a husky.
Got husky bit.
Yeah.
Probably fucked her arm up a little bit.
Yeah.
Good, because anybody gonna hit a dog with poop deserves to have her arm bit.
I didn't see any blood, but
Yeah, that still hurt.
Yeah, it was a
Probably hurt.
Then it
Well,
wasn't.
husky
It
was
wasn't
like,
a serious
bitch.
bite because I feel like a husky would fuck you up if it was a serious
if
bite.
it wanted
you know?
to, yeah.
I've seen Balto, bitch. Here, that's your warning.
Yeah.
And then my third story is, hi, I'm Dave, your bespectacled host, and I bought some cock rings recently, and
Excellent.
a set of them. I'm not.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah,
That was my story. dude.
Let me know
sorry.
when you use one, and I'll call you and wake you up so you don't fall asleep with one.
yeah, which I have done. I have done
Yeah, you
before.
told-
Like I'm
yeah,
not.
I
I'm
remember that.
I'm an experienced cock ring master, I guess you'd call it.
Ring master.
Not
There you go.
really, because I've learned recently that something that you're supposed to do is put both balls and the gooter
nope.
through and let it go.
No.
You're supposed to get like 40 to 45 second orgasms that way. So
What?
I did try, but I couldn't get everything to fit through. Like it was,
No.
and I kept worrying that it was gonna.
Congratulations.
Thanks. That's a humble brag.
I'm all about congratulating you today.
No, don't worry. It was the balls I had the trouble with.
Okay.
Vote for me. I'm Dave Moore. I saw the mayor hit dogs with poop. Can't fit my balls in a cock ring.
No.
Boom.
Well, I
You
kept
gotta
worrying.
follow that with boom.
And I looked up. I was like, "All right, let me see if I went to Reddit. I was like, how to put balls through cock ring. Found a wonderful thing where someone's like, you got to put them in one at a time. And I'm like, how is that fucking possible? They're
Well,
pretty
it's like
much.
two people walking through a door at the same time. You know, you gotta go sing the line.
Yeah, it's like two people who are in a 3-legged race trying to walk through a door like together. Like that's not how that shit
They're in the
works.
same sack. Yeah.
So it's like
you gotta turn sideways and work as a team.
I kept worrying. What I was worried about was I'm gonna get one of them in, and then
Snap.
my grip's gonna slip, and then I'm gonna get
That snap back.
Get that top ball snap back.
But anyway, that's
Right in the damn mommy daddy parts.
that's a very long way of saying that I had some cock rings laying around the house on my nightstand.
As we all do.
And the other day,
Oh God.
Henry was in my room,
Oh no.
and
Gonna go that way.
as it always happens, if there's ever anything that I don't want him to fucking see or ask about, it's like with laser precision, he zones in on it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's like, so
yeah.
I'm getting ready for work. I'm putting my shirt on, and I hear this tiny voice. What is this? And I'm like, I don't see it. This is all behind me. And I remember being like, oh no.
This can't be good.
Oh no.
There's nothing in here that he should be asking
Right.
about.
Like what I'm really running through my mind is I'm taking inventory. It's like, what did he find? What did he find? What did I leave out? And it's like, ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, please. I'm actually honestly like, please be the cock rings. And like,
you want that to be the thing.
yeah,
Out of everything it could be, please be the cock ring.
I turn around
That's going to be my autobiography.
and in his tiny little hands that are put together, he's got
Oh no.
3 cock
All
rings.
the cock rings.
And he goes,
boy.
what are these? And I said,
Permanent gummy savers.
gaskets.
Gaskets. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good.
And then
Medicine.
And then he said, baskets? And I knew I was clear. The moment he said baskets and started laughing, I was like, no, gaskets. Give daddy his gaskets. Thank you. Please exit the room.
Cock gaskets. Totally, that works.
Never ask mommy about daddy's gaskets.
They
Or
are
listen to the
rubber.
show.
No,
Yeah. They're,
no,
and then what I did was
Like
after
you went a good direction with that.
when he left, I was like, on my phone, I was like, is that really what gaskets? All right, pretty close.
Gaskets
pretty
is a good,
close.
for not being familiar with gaskets, it's a good pull.
And then I got mad because I was like, I paid a lot of money for these fucking gaskets.
Yeah, you could go to
They're
AutoZone and
real
get them for
cheap
like
at
$1.50.
Right, no shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I need an O-ring
like a
for
variety pack,
1979
yeah.
Audi 3000,
exactly.
and motherfuckers be like, yeah, I know what you want.
Although I know you were
Buck
referencing a car, but you also referenced Clueless just then for an Audi 3000.
Thought it was Audi 5000.
Because I have like one cock ring.
I'm Audi
So you have
5000.
three. Are there differences in the three cock rings?
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah, it's size. Size difference. Because I was like, it's been a long time since I wore my last one out.
Here is the cock ring I wore as a child,
Right.
as a teenager, and as a man.
Yes, this one's forged by dwarves. They do make steel ones. You can get like if
What?
you're really fucking into it, you can get some steel ones. The problem with the steel ones
They're
are
like them key rings that have that. Oh, you get something caught in that, and you ain't coming back.
like the climbers keyring.
That's like a week-long problem.
No, it's got the little snap thing on.
Yeah, the two buckles on either side that make it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Like a watch.
like a slap bracelet.
Now that's how they should make them.
Well, no, I don't feel like there'd be enough because eventually that's gonna give.
To order a metal
Yeah,
cock
okay,
ring,
yeah.
you're gonna have to measure something.
Yeah, man, that's gonna have to be custom, right? I mean,
Right? I'm looking at you.
I've never
Looking at you because
I don't
you
even know
clearly
how
have
cock
the most
ring master.
experience.
I mean, you
I'm
claim that.
No, no. It's fun to say ringmaster. Look, the ringmaster doesn't really perform. The ringmaster just makes sure everything's working out.
True.
Oh, I got you.
The cock ring journeyman. Okay.
Yes, but you can get. I don't have a steel one or anything like that, but you can get them. But like the problem with them is if the cock ring is doing its job, which is to keep your fucking cock hard, like really hard.
Right.
If it doesn't get soft,
It's not coming off.
yeah, it's gonna be rough to get it off.
Yeah,
the beauty of a gasket, a rubber gasket, if things get dicey,
Yeah.
you just clip that down.
Yeah,
the
you
side.
can't take the Dremel.
It's gonna be bad. Yeah. I'm gonna take my
I
cock
could.
ring down to the shop.
I could Dremel it off.
Yeah.
You're like that good.
I am that good with a Dremel.
You got steady hands.
Yeah,
You got a lot of faith in your skills.
absolutely.
He's good. I've seen his work.
Well, now I'll get a steel one, and if I run into trouble, I'll give you a call.
Yo, dog.
Bring
This
that
is
shit over.
This is my Dremel hand.
Bring that shit over. I'll Dremel it right off.
All right, perfect.
2 cuts, you're out.
So there we go.
So I did make an appointment for a vasectomy.
You made an appointment for a
Man,
Man, I
vasectomy?
need
Speaking
to
of
do
cuts
that.
around your balls.
God damn it! I
Wait a
need
minute.
to do that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Yep.
Get it.
Because that doctor said, "Don't have any more children. You could die." So I was like, "All right,
Whoa.
I'm gonna."
Why is
Get
you
that.
having children?
Not me.
gonna-
Said to Melissa.
To Melissa. Okay. I thought you meant you. I'm
Okay.
like, how
yeah,
does that
yeah,
work?
fucking
Yeah.
Do you have the-
snip,
Do you have the
motherfucker?
doctor from
Yeah.
30 Rock?
Dr.
Dr.
Spaceman.
Spaceman?
Oh man, he almost shot bourbon out of his nose. God damn, that would be awful.
That's how little hockey
Man,
do.
you fucking man, you fucking choked that down like a pro. That was-
Stop, I'm getting hot.
it's like it's smooth.
That really hurt.
I know, I could tell.
Hurt. Not as much as a fucking cock ring snap back, maybe, but it hurt. Anyway,
On your balls.
Yeah, after I mean, she's had all C-sections, so 5 kids, and the doctor was like, "A lot of scar tissue. Don't do this again."
do it. Yeah,
So we're
get
like,
that
"All
done.
right."
Yeah.
But you had to sign up weeks before to get like your tubes tied. So we didn't have all the information. We didn't know we had to decide
I thought they could do
way
it
ahead of time.
during
It-
after the birth was complete of the C-section. They could tie your tubes while they were in there.
If you signed off weeks ahead of time. to do that.
I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. You had to have come up with that.
You had to make
well
that
beforehand.
decision.
We didn't know
beforehand.
that.
Didn't know.
So
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
so she was all for that. She's like, "Well, I'm open. May as well do it," but didn't know there was like this weird deadline.
Okay.
So,
Oh man. Yeah. Well,
so I was like, "Well,
So-
it's a lot for you. I don't want you to go back in to have anything done." So
nothing
I'll
like an
just get a
unfurnished
vasectomy.
basement. What was it, Bart said?
I don't know.
Bart said so. It was something. Bart made a reference to not wearing underwear, and he was telling Lisa nothing like an unfinished basement to make you feel free and easy or something. I just thought of that. I was like, hey, no worries now, man. No worries. When are you gonna get that done?
See, because I said the 30th, because I do think I double booked appointments for my stomach and my vasectomy on the 30th of this
Lord.
month.
Have them done at the same
damn.
time.
Yeah,
Might as well.
Go ahead, yeah, just give me a colonoscopy
Hey.
and a vasectomy. Just clear it all out.
Hey, speaking of have you ever had you've had a colonoscopy?
I have.
I'm sure.
I
Do
have.
you get that amnesia medicine when they do that?
I mean, last time I had a vasectomy, I think I was like 22, maybe.
Okay.
So I was
Colonoscopy, because you only have
Oh,
the
yeah.
vasectomy
Sorry.
once. I think.
No, it's not
Colonoscopy.
necessarily true.
Oh, it grew back, yeah, like the Hulk. down
Snip,
there.
snap, snip, snap.
I will not.
No, I had a
Hey,
colonoscopy
give me
when I
the
was
card
22.
of your guy, though. Okay.
Okay.
Tanya,
Your vasectomy guy?
Yeah, the vasectomy guy.
Tanya
I
had
need
a
to talk to that
colonoscopy
guy.
recently.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
had
yeah.
a colonoscopy. Well, it was not recently, actually. It was quite a while ago. But they gave her that weird medicine, and she had no fucking idea who I was after.
Oh yeah, you
It-
told me
that's what
about
I
that.
heard.
Gives you
that I did that
amnesia,
too.
and
Yeah.
she was being, and it was so funny. She was being so fucking polite to me. like I'm standing there, so they wheel her in. Of course, she's just been violated by this camera or whatever. She's all snuggled up in her blanket, and I'm talking to her. You know, they told me to be looking out for the.
Yeah.
But she was just being so like generic and friendly with me, like maybe I was some random person they assigned to
That's
help
so
guide
fucked up.
people out of this stupor. She was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And at one point, I actually said, "You have no idea who I am, do you?" And she's like, "I'm sorry, I do not."
Wow.
Like that's okay. I said,
How
"I'm
long
just
have
here,"
you been married?
and I didn't.
At this point,
I didn't
How
wanna-
long had you been married?
Whoa, yeah, it was
Like
like
total.
almost 20 years. at this
Yeah,
point.
okay.
Yeah, and I, but
You
I
should have tried to convince her to have sex.
I pulled a.
Oh yeah,
try to
Now you know
see
what
if
it's
my
like to be in the
moves still
Notebook.
worked on her.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
your version of the Notebook. It's wonderful. It's
I
beautiful.
told her, but I was actually very cool about it. I was like, I pulled a sort of Never Been Kissed. You ever seen that movie where she has the Drew
I've seen that,
Barrymore?
but not Blade. Yes.
Right. Okay. That's
have.
okay. That's a good
It's
movie
okay.
too. I was very nice and just very like, I didn't want to be like, I'm your fucking husband, you know? I was like, no, that's cool. I'm just here to help. That's what I said. I'm here to help. And eventually, it wasn't long. It was 10, 15 minutes later, it wore off. It's very fast acting, but she started, knowing who I was at that point. So it was cool. But it was like, I had the opportunity there to be like, who am I? Who am I? I could be anyone.
I could be anybody.
You love anal, and it'd be a shame to waste everything all stretched out right now.
No, because then maybe 10, 15 minutes later, she'd have punched me right in the mouth. Like, I know what you were trying to
You'd be
do.
done in less than that. It'd be fine.
You're not wrong.
I was told that when I had
Little
one,
hockey.
like my mom took me to mine. and
I'm going to have the
apparently-
reverse Mike Leno now. I think
That's beloved Adam.
That's beloved Adam.
Oh yeah,
I do not have a micro penis.
I don't think he
just wanna go
appreciated
on
me
record.
posting on his like wedding picture, like, oh, even after a micro penis, she loves you on his Instagram page.
Oh wow.
Yeah, probably
Man.
not.
Good friend.
I don't understand. Like, how is that
How much
dude?
do you love me?
How is that dude not like on the fucking nation's Facebook?
He's
page?
smart.
Like,
He's
I
off of
don't
Facebook. I think is
understand.
the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I'm like, dude, you're such an integral character, you know?
I love
feel
Adam.
like-
I would love for him to come to prom. I want
Dude,
to meet him,
for
shake his
real.
hand, get that
For
blow job.
Finally.
Adam, you don't have to blow Tyler. Just
No.
come to
Phil,
fucking
if Phil got out of
Tadpog
it,
prom.
Adam's gonna pick up the slack.
Just come to Tadpog prom. We all want to meet you. We've heard so much. We've heard so much. We want to put a face to the name. We want to meet you. Come on down to Tadpog prom. All right.
After my colonoscopy, apparently I just kept farting and asking for like tuna fish sandwiches. That's what my mother said.
Yeah. You essentially turned into an Earthworm Jim character.
A boss. Oh my.
I've never had a colonoscopy.
Tuna fish sandwiches, man.
I never have either. but
That's a Dark Tower reference.
I have a general general health checkup coming up soon because I hadn't like gone to the doctor in like a super long time. and like a thing came up, and I was like, hey, I need to make an appointment with my like general doctor, and like that never happens because usually it's like some shit that's bad, and it's like I gotta go to a fucking walk-in clinic, and then I get that shit taken care of.
Burning,
and like I never go. Like I almost never
UTI.
Go to my general doctor. Like I made an appointment with the general doctor, and they're like, yeah, you haven't had like a checkup since like 2015.
Oh,
so
I
like
haven't either.
we need to schedule that. And I'm like,
Did you know you're not vaccinated?
I'm like, oh, I'm fucking vaccinated. I know about that.
Thanks,
the
Uncle
fucking
Sam.
helicopter shop made goddamn sure of that shit. I got like fucking 13 shots
I see
in
they want
one
autistic
day.
soldiers. I see what the American government's about. I see what's going on.
That's what they're about. That super soldier.
Hey man,
Super soldiers just an autistic.
hey man, they're keeping our flat Earth
strong.
safe.
Oh my god. I'm just poking fun at anti-vaxxers. I apologize.
No, it's okay. It is okay.
Yeah, you
okay,
know,
they're
measles.
retarded. I got 13 fucking vaccines at once, okay? And I mean, I'm a little retarded. Sorry, you may
Easy,
have to.
easy.
I'm not editing it. It's just, hey, look, man.
He got out of it once with that.
No, yeah. You drop it a second time, that's on you. I didn't say that shit. John Turley said that shit.
I'm just saying. I'm still all right. I got fucking 13 vaccines at once thanks to the government. So, and yeah, I survived that shit.
There aren't
So-
even 13 diseases.
listen.
What are they doing?
no, that's what's fucked up is like, like I was so old when I went in that like all my fucking vaccinations had expired.
Yeah.
So they were just like,
Gotta get them boosters.
literally they said full boat. Like when I got up to the end of the line, they were calling out, they were like,
That's what I order at Jasmine too, so
Yeah,
that's
the
pretty
full
good.
boat.
Hey,
Both the
listen,
same thing.
listen, measles is on the rise again, and that's no fucking
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
It's coming back, and that's because a lot of people
In POG
believe
form.
that crap.
I know. And dude, I see those people
You
on
dial 9-1. And when I say so, dial 1 again.
No, sorry, man. I didn't mean to take it in another direction or anything, but like that shit fucking infuriates me. Oh God.
Science.
And like I got people in my family. Like I have people like in my legit family that are all like believe
Anti-vaxxers?
you know? Yes.
Anti-vaxxers.
Yes. And God, it's so furious because I see that shit come across my Facebook feed. And
Listen.
I'm just like,
I saw a Reddit post recently. I swear to God, it posted in an anti-vaxxer forum about how do you get your animals vaccinated? You don't,
Sometimes it depends on how much money I have.
but
At the moment.
somebody legit replied, yeah, because there's diseases that my dog could get. And it's like, but not.
Doesn't make sense, does
yeah,
it?
It doesn't,
Yeah,
it
doesn't check out.
But I'm not even getting into that.
Yeah.
I don't think
not
I
worth
have
it.
any
Not
family
worth
that's anti-vaxxer like hardcore. I just see some like anti-vaxxer agnostics where they're like, I don't know.
It's your choice, or maybe, yeah.
I mean, I'll vaccinate, but I don't know. So
yeah.
In Bioshock Infinite, I played an anti-voxer.
Good.
Very nice.
Good one.
You're welcome.
Good one.
You're welcome.
Like,
Hey, so it's only like an hour into the show. You want to talk about a little bit about pro sport hockey?
Yeah, it'll take like 5 minutes.
Yep.
I bet there's a super extensive Wikipedia entry on that.
Probably. You can get 13 vaccinations in the time that it'll take for us to talk about pro sport hockee. This game essentially doesn't exist, much like Roger Clemens' MVP baseball. You guys hear that?
All hail the randomizer. That's what I hear. It's giving us another gift from the great beyond.
Of course, we all hear that, which ushers in a segment. I don't know what it sounds like, but we like to call it Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Are you ready?
Never been more ready.
Okay, guys. Pro sport hockey, known in Japan as USA Ice Hockey,
naturally.
is an ice hockey video game that was released for the Nintendo Entertainment System and Super NES in 1993. Yep. That's the first paragraph.
So basically, you play hockey? Is that
You pretty much,
Well, I mean,
you pretty much play hockey.
There was an NES game that was just called Ice Hockey. right?
Yes.
Am I tripping?
No.
I remember that shit. I remember that cart.
It was a person in a blue parka and a pink parka, and they were climbing
How
mountains.
different is this game? You guys played it, right? Did you play it?
It's different. Yeah, it's different.
Different than ice hockey?
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's a more updated version.
Right. There's
That's
just
all it is. Though.
But it's
it's
like
not
a-
licensed. Like it's not NHL fucking
Yes.
pro. Oh, it
what I
is.
thought.
Yes, it is. They have the NHL
shit.
teams.
Okay.
and
So
they
the
have,
teams. Okay, I was going to ask, was it
Yes.
like involved like a season type thing?
Yes.
Play like a season.
They have 24 teams.
Oh.
I don't know how many NHL teams there were in 1993. I don't know if it's all the teams.
Right.
But there's 24 teams.
It's got to be.
And they've got the real players' names and all that.
Oh,
And then
okay.
each team has
Color me impressed.
this is already like seriously, if this is a way better game than Roger Clemens MVP baseball was.
Is
Like,
this-
Right. I mean,
Now,
it makes sense.
What year again?
1993.
Is this a Gretzky thing? Is Gretzky in this?
Gretzky is I don't
1993.
I don't know. I can't confirm that he's in it because I
would assume.
I played
would
as
assume.
Detroit.
Seems like that
He
would
was.
have been the
I
right
remember
time
he
frame.
was on St.
Yeah,
Louis.
was
He
he
was
a-
a St. Louis Blue. He eventually, I think, went to the L.A. Kings
Yeah.
later on.
He was
in his-
he was a Ranger for a while too.
Somebody
was
out
he?
there will correct us.
Oh,
on this,
totally.
for
Yeah,
sure.
because my hockey knowledge is fucking
Okay,
shit.
go ahead, David. Sorry.
I feel like he ended with the Kings, maybe.
Yeah, he
I
did.
think you're right. Yes.
You guys know infinitely more than I do about hockey. Everything I know about hockey, I learned from Kevin Smith movies and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it's like,
Yeah.
if it's beyond that, I don't
Because
know.
did you see the
I
Mighty
also-
Ducks?
Did I see the Mighty Ducks?
Yeah.
As a child, I did, yeah. But I haven't seen it recently. Like, you were in Twitch chat when I was streaming this,
Yeah.
dropping Mighty Ducks references, and I was like, is this this is probably a Mighty
loved
Ducks?
all three of the Mighty Ducks. Holy fuck, I love those
never
movies.
They didn't even have a full team. They just had 3 of them.
Yeah, just 3. Yeah, Keenan Thompson, Joshua, what's his name from Dawson's Creek, and
Dawson.
Dawson, and Emilio Estevez. That's it.
Nah, you had me at Emilio Estevez.
Yeah,
One of my all-time
I did
favorites.
not realize Emilio Estevez was
Where
in those movies
is-
at all.
He's the
Emilio.
coach. He is Gordon
He's the
Bombay.
coach?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where is
okay.
he today? I need to know.
Emilio?
My boy Emilio.
Where the fuck is he?
God, I
Yeah, I
don't
ain't
know the
seen that
last time.
motherfucker in
Men
a
at
minute.
Work, Mission Impossible,
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. Sorry.
He's here.
Oh my God.
We made special arrangements.
my God, we
Emilio
have a surprise
Estevez
for
is
you.
Young
here.
Guns.
Yeah.
Young
How
Guns.
did we forget Young Guns?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I
No,
bet,
you're
I
fine,
bet
you're
Mighty
fine.
Ducks.
I feel
cast.
like I'm interrupting you. I
I
apologize.
bet
You're all good.
D3 is one of the later movies in his career.
Probably.
You're probably right
just-
because I can't think of anything else he's been in since
Exactly.
like Young Guns 2 or.
I
yeah.
think probably Mission Impossible may have happened after.
You're probably
Mighty
right.
Ducks.
Was he in
You're probably
that?
Right.
Briefly.
Oh,
He
no
dies at the
shit.
very beginning, right?
Yeah, spoiler alert. He gets offed early in the
You know,
movie. and
I
it's
feel
too
like
bad.
that's got to be a choice because I feel like he could like fucking pick up a role or two every now and then if
could.
he wanted to, just based on name
He
recognition.
doesn't have to, though, is what I'd have been. Like, he's
Nah,
going to Charlie
nah,
Sheen
nah.
go out there and fuck it up, and he's just going to sit back and
Anything,
Yeah, it's a little
if Emilio Estevez surfaced tomorrow and is like going to be in a movie, which maybe would happen, I would watch it. I love that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I love that
I
guy.
mean,
How
he's-
could you not?
In
love
2008, he guest starred on his brother's sitcom, 2.5 Men.
Oh,
him? Oh, I didn't know that.
So there you go. Unfortunately, I don't have the name of that episode, so we can't all go watch it right now. I think that might have been, according to Wikipedia, that may have been like the last thing that he acted
I
in.
think he kind of dropped
2008?
off the radar
Damn.
for a while.
Yeah.
It's been like 11 years then.
But he's fine.
Oh no, he's good.
Because I don't know.
At least we still have Bowie.
I think I was into.
Oh, god damn it!
Because I feel like I was into hockey before the Mighty Ducks. I might have seen the first one and then gotten really into hockey because I had a hockey phase, of course. Where
I had a hockey stick.
I did
That was
too.
it,
I had
Roller hockey at Apex
multiple-
Internet.
Yup, you're goddamn
yeah.
right.
That's
That's why I
actually
had the
I was
sick
so
kick.
good on the rollerblades with the hockey.
Oh, it was terrible, but I had fun doing it.
Well, I bought that shit when I lived here in 3rd grade. I went and spent my birthday money, bought 2 hockey sticks, 2 sets of rollerblades, the little hockey puck with the balls in it so it could go on concrete.
Yeah.
No one ever played with
slap
me,
shotted
and it
the
was such a waste
shit.
of like $80 to buy all of it. I went to the book fair and I bought a book on Wayne Gretzky and a book on Mario Lemieux.
Well, good.
And then
remember that one.
You had
Yeah,
exposure. That's all that matters.
I
And I s-
randomly. Yeah.
Mario Lemieux.
Who is
I think
that?
he
Wayne
played for the
Gretzky had a
Penguins,
cartoon
right?
with Michael Jordan and Bo Jackson.
super,
Yeah.
super big deal Canadian hockey player.
is he anything like Mario Lemieux too?
I see what you
Electric
did there.
Boogaloo.
Oh, John adds that. Pokemon followed by breaking. Can't even beat it.
I know.
I don't know why randomly I picked up, I guess because they were the closest local team or the St. Louis Blues. So I was all about the Blues. I had like hockey shirts and shit I would buy and all that stuff. And then a long time ago, I mentioned that I used to write fan fiction where I, as like a third grader, was amazing at hockey and worked my way up to a contest that I won that got me a spot with the St. Louis Blues, and I played with them and won championships.
Was this, I'm sorry to interrupt, was this before or after Cowboy Kid?
After
Cowboy
Wait a
Kid.
minute, no.
Ooh, same time?
4th grade.
Oh, man, please let it be the same time.
I bet it was a little bit before. Well, no, I bet they were pretty similar. I bet Cowboy Kid was first, which got me more into writing, which led to this.
I love it.
I bet that's
I love it.
I bet
I hope
you're right.
I hope there was a Cowboy Kid like crossover.
Yeah. Well, there was that Cowboy Kid in Mighty Ducks too. So you know,
Was there?
There was a cowboy character, yeah, who would like he was good about like getting the puck way up in the air. He was a bullshit.
And then he'd shoot it with a 6-shooter. They stole your OC.
Probably. I need to sue.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't think Emilio's got the money though. Right now.
That's true.
At least,
Why don't you leave Emilio alone, Tyler?
I wrote weekly installments because I read a book called Jake's Journal in like 3rd or 4th grade, and it was a book where the kid would do journal entries every chapter. So I wrote my own chapter book, like a diary, about my progress to play with the St. Louis Blues, and my teacher every Friday would read one to the class. To everybody, and then
Bless that
teacher.
Bless that teacher.
I fucking sucked as a kid.
I know, right? I was just thinking the same
I'm like,
thing. Like I never
admiring
did
you right now.
any of the like super creative shit that you did as a kid. Like
Me neither.
Man,
and I have a
like,
fucking art degree.
I never fucking.
I mean, damn, dude, that is fucking awesome.
You can play
I'm like-
instruments though.
I mean, instrument.
I cannot.
I can't do
cannot.
either of those things. I don't have an art degree or playing it. Well, I mean, I used to. Like,
Thick as
back in the
thieves.
day.
I got
it
some.
out.
I got some gaskets
like,
you could
for
borrow.
real.
But your dick is like really big.
I have.
John.
No, I mean it's. Yeah.
I'm little hockey, big hockey. I'm just saying, John. Come on now. You're selling yourself short
Thick
there,
hockey.
buddy. I
We call
don't.
him Thocky.
I have a gasket. I will say that.
Oh, tell me about your gasket. Tell me about your gasket.
I have a I cannot get everything through the gasket.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough, isn't
When
it?
you said that's how they
Yeah.
work, I was like, that's not how they work.
Yeah, open your mind, my friend.
No, I mean like that's no.
I get it. I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make it happen
no,
either.
there's got to be different gaskets, right?
It's-
Is it like one of those? How did you get the nuts over the berries thing?
Yeah, how to get the beans
Yeah,
over the
Beans
frame.
yeah.
over the Franks.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah,
There's got to
Maybe.
My
be
metaphors.
Maybe,
right.
maybe. I don't know.
There's got to be like gaskets for everything and gaskets for just the one thing.
Like, I'll go to Pornhub right now and do a search for "man puts on cock ring," and we'll settle this.
A lot of useful education. On
well
Pornhub.
endowed man puts on
Yeah,
cock ring.
right.
Little
Yeah.
hockey is not, not gonna find anything out about little hockey in the cock ring. They're like, you got to go to the orthodontist to get the cock rings for the little hockey.
I tweeted the
I had braces, so I know what you mean.
I tweeted the online store I bought it from, and I was like, "You sent me the shaft only version. if you would allow me to return this, please."
I want to
for-
buy the cock ring DLC, please.
Yes,
That includes the ball.
I need the horse armor.
Did they respond to you with congratulations?
No,
They just didn't respond.
I didn't
did
hear
they?
anything.
Oh, those fuckers.
Pro sport hockey.
Pro Sport Hockey.
Shit. We were talking about a game.
It's got 24 teams. Each team has stats, which is nice, but also ultimately kind of pointless because every team has a shot. They have these are the stats. SHT, which is either shit or
Shit,
shot.
yeah.
Shit, probably shit.
A shit shot.
POW, which is a prisoner
Prisoner
of
of
war,
war.
Yeah.
or a POW block from Super Mario Brothers.
Pow. Flips them all on their backs.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that'd be such a much better hockey game.
Oh man.
Super Mario Hockey.
Yeah.
Why is that not been
You
a
hit
thing?
that, you put on
for
your
real.
cock ring.
I mean, there's tennis. They have tennis, so why not hockey?
They got tennis. They got all kinds of They got strikers, which is essentially soccer, which is essentially hockey on grass, but you can't go back behind the net. That's the thing that makes hockey better than soccer. Is in hockey you can go behind the net.
Yeah.
We name another sport you can go behind. You can't do it in basketball. I guess you can if you're in the air.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to be
Yeah.
fucking.
That's called the Magneto dunk, where you go around.
Around
You gotta
it.
be like,
Right, yeah,
Dr.
exactly.
J or Michael Jordan or fucking
There are a lot of things about hockey that are like intriguing to me, like that. But on the other hand, it's like I never watched hockey as a kid. I never played hockey. Like
You never wrote stories about
Never wrote
yourself
stories
being
about
a
hockey.
member of the St. Louis
I
Blues.
know.
so. I mean,
This guy.
it's
That's
a
why.
tough
That's
sell.
why Megalixer wanted to really take us when they want to take us to a hockey game. Us come to Buffalo, stay with them, and they take us to go see like the Blues versus the Rangers. After I told that story like fucking 4 years ago on the show.
It's public domain at this point.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
There is a stat called QIC, which I assume is quick. Also, hey, I want to go and point out, I don't know what these actually are for 100% sure because I fucking challenge you to find an instruction manual online for this game.
I remember whenever I worked at the seminary library, and I had to make a PowerPoint for all the internet slang. And one of them, it was just like, LOL, LMAO, whatever, for a church presentation, fucking Episcopal seminary. And one term was QTC. So when you said QIC, I was like, oh, yeah, QTC means quick to come. Use that shit. All the kids are using QTC. Like, come on.
If it's about hockey, QIC, is that what you said?
QIC.
It's Quebec is Canadian.
He's right.
All right.
It can't be anything else.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay.
In Canada, think about it.
Oh, Canada.
Facts. There's DEF, which is most deaf.
Defense.
Or
Yeah,
I would have said
most defense.
Most
yeah.
defense.
I would have said Def Leppard.
All right. It's
Play Pyromania when you get a goal or something.
one of your team members has one arm.
There you go.
There you go.
I like
It's
that. I like that.
member
Definitely
of Black
everybody fucking.
Actually, DEF is defense. I'm just saying. What? I'm going to ruin it with actual facts. DEF is defense. In every single game ever.
It
It's
has to do with
defense.
hearing.
I don't know, guys. I'm not sold.
What's the last?
GOL.
Gall.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows Gall, right?
That goes without saying.
It does.
Goals on lockdown.
That's right.
That means
He is the hockey expert here.
Tyler is the hockey expert.
Thick hockey.
That's it. Big hockey.
Does it even?
John's big hockey. I'm thick hockey.
hockey fans TADPOG nationwide are like just going.
I'm hockey
Dude,
dad.
oh, there's so many like
All Sam of them. So yeah.
like does it not say like what those equate to in the actual game?
No, I don't.
No?
I can't find the instruction manual.
They only have so
holy
many
shit!
bits.
Wow.
But it's
Okay.
It's shooting, it's power, it's quickness, it's defense, and it's goalie.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Has to
Well.
be. Has to be.
Nobody gives a fuck
Has to be.
about this game.
Goal.
This game isn't that bad.
No, it's
not
really
that
not.
bad.
It's really
if
not.
If it's
Nah.
licensed by the NHL, then it must not be that bad. Like it can't be terrible.
I don't think they're as stingy as Major League Baseball.
No. They're definitely easier. Like they're easier to get that.
You just gotta ask
license.
politely.
They just want people involved. They're like, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll cut you a lot of slack.
Hockey rights, eh?
But at the same
All
time,
right.
I feel like that's still gonna bring a degree of quality that, say, Roger Clemens MVP baseball didn't bring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't play the fucking game, so I don't know.
I mean, Roger Clemens MVP baseball is like one of the worst SNES games.
Unplayable
I've played.
garbage. Yep.
It's very, very bad. It's
But
a
man,
very
this
bad
game
I
is
love
like
listening to y'all talk about it, though. It was wonderful.
the bar. There was a hockey game. I feel like it's like NHL 95. I played on Genesis over at Brandon's. I fucking loved it. Brandon only had like 3 or 4 games for us to play, and once I'd played NBA Jam, Streets of Rage, and that boxing game, popping NHL 95. Fuck, that was a really good game. I got really, really into that, and that's my bar. So this game is not. It's not that game. It's not as good as that.
Well,
But-
I mean,
From what I hear, Genesis was the place for hockey games.
it was.
Yeah.
I was a Genesis guy, and I actually played that game. I rented it.
Mm-hmm.
You can rent, when we could still rent games from like video stores.
Fuck
and
yeah.
stuff. I played
NHL '94 was on IGN's top 100 SNES games. So we've
remember
we've
it
covered
not
that
being
one.
bad.
No, it's not bad. This game is more arcadey. Like Pro Sport Hockey is more like arcade.
It's
hockey.
more bare bones too.
Was
Yeah,
this
it
a
is.
team game or like a 2-on-2, 3-on-3?
So what's really great about this game is there were a bunch of different options. So there's a whole bunch of different play options. You can either play a practice. You can go into practice mode, in which you can either play an exhibition game. And in that exhibition game, you can do one player versus the computer. You can do one player versus two player. You can do one and two player versus the computer. And the one and two player versus computer is like, look, I'm going to be real, like, because
So you could play on the same team.
you play on the same
against
team
the computer.
against the computer.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like, it's because we played Roger Clemens MVP baseball, where the option is literally sound, like
Sound off, exit.
right. It's so, I mean, it's like, because like these, it seems like a whole bunch of different options. There's a shootout mode. You could have a shootout mode in pro sport
Like
hockey.
you got to try to beat the goalie type thing.
Yeah, where it's like you got your whole team lined up. Both teams are lined up. Everybody on each team takes a turn trying to take a shot on goal.
Okay, yeah.
And whoever gets the most goals at the end
Is the winner.
is the winner.
Sweet.
So
Simple, but cool.
It's nice.
It's a cool feature.
the problem is the game doesn't play very well. There's some issues where it's like the AI is not super great. Like you can get your teammates or the opponent computer like trapped behind the net sometimes. Sometimes they look like the agent from the Matrix when he's multiplying into a bunch of different where they just like flip back and forth. Sometimes when you pass the puck, there's like crazy slowdown. And the biggest problem about the game, and it's from what I understand, GamePro gave this game a 2 out of 5. And it's because there's a mechanic in the game where your goalkeepers have a hidden fatigue stat. And the longer the game goes, the higher their fatigue gets, and the easier it is to score.
Okay.
So there is in the options you can toggle all kinds of different things on and off. You can toggle offsides off. You can toggle fatigue off. And if you set fatigue off, the game is essentially like both goalies are gods. And
That's what I've heard. Like Dig Duggie said that. Like that was the big problem with the game is the goalies are just way too overpowered.
yeah.
And I noticed that like normally if you get whoever you're playing, you get the puck and you make a fast break, you need to be able to pass to get around to shoot to even hope to score a goal.
Yeah.
But the rest of your team, way the fuck back there. They're
Yeah.
in no hurry to catch up with you.
No.
So you were just not going to score. You may as well not try to make a fast break. Just slowly inch your way, passing and then go swoop around the goal. Cross your fingers.
That sounds like software gore to me. I mean, it's like programming.
Yeah. The programming was probably sloppy. Like, and there's no there's no sticky passing, so it's kind of one of those things where it's like you pass the puck and you just kind of hope that it goes the direction that you want it to go in, and that there is a teammate there.
So it's not
like,
definitely going to go to this teammate.
Right. It's not like in like NBA James, for example.
Right.
Like when you pass, unless you're way, way off when you pass, your teammate's going to catch
Somebody's
the ball.
going to get the ball.
Right.
But in this case,
The puck will just go.
it'll go
Yeah.
off the ice.
And bounce around.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
you won
where
it.
it suffers.
I'll watch you win a game though.
I did win a game.
Yeah.
I did win a single game. That's right. I lost 3.
What team were you playing as?
I think I was playing as Detroit at the time.
And they're
yeah,
statistically
Wings.
the best team in the game, right?
Yeah, because you can see all the team stats, so their shit, power, quick, def, goal, and what's crazy about the game is, and I guess maybe this is just hockey, I don't know, but it's like there's not a whole lot of middle ground between teams that like have all great stats and teams that have like total garbage stats. There's not a whole lot of middle ground. Like
I kind of feel like that might be accurate.
I mean, if it is, kudos to Pro Sport Hockey.
Yeah.
Because it accurately captured that. And I think 93, according to Edgelord Kyle, is like the first year that the San Jose Sharks were in the NHL. You can play as San Jose if you're a fucking masochist, because it's like, if you look at their
slaughtered.
stats, yeah, I mean, they've got like one bar, like they got a stat, like a 1 out of 10 and like most of the categories. So it's
Okay, yeah.
I did lose to them on my first gameplay as the best team. I was playing as Detroit, the best team, and I did lose. So
I could never hear San Jose without thinking Final Fantasy X. Whenever Yuna is taking you to the temple in Jose, and she says, "We're going to the temple in Jose."
man, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I need to replay 10.
I find it funny that the best team in hockey is Detroit. And the worst team in football is Detroit.
Well,
Got to pick your battles.
And that's been since 93, I bet.
Yeah, the Lions have had a pretty
But you
bad
do what
streak,
you,
yeah?
You do what you do. You know, you do what you do. Hockey.
it's. I mean,
We're good at
it's
hockey.
either them or Cleveland. I mean, the Browns
You guys
have
are-
had some.
Talking over my head for sure.
You knew who the Lions were, so
I did, because of Home Improvement.
okay. Well, there you go.
We saw
But
a
you
Visit
know the
Michigan
Lions are
commercial today
bad.
and Tim Allen.
and that's
Yeah.
really you know the Lions are bad.
I know a little bit
the
more
Browns,
than that.
The Brown. Okay.
The Lions normally play on Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
And they
Yes.
almost always lose, right?
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
It's like a Thanksgiving tradition, pretty much. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, they play, so
yeah.
Don't feel bad. Most everything
Sorry.
anyone knows about Michigan came from Home Improvement. And, there was a Visit
Michael Moore.
Michigan commercial on. There was a Visit Michigan,
Michigan.
commercial on yesterday evening, and my wife was like, "Oh my God, is that Tim Allen?" And it absolutely
Was it really?
was.
No, it wasn't.
yeah,
Was it
yeah,
really?
it totally
He
is.
is the spokesman for like
Pure
vacationing,
Michigan, yeah.
Pure Michigan, vacationing in Michigan.
I love
Dude,
that.
it's hardcore. So, and we watched, it was funny as fuck because we watched White Boy Rick. Have you seen this thing?
No, what is that?
Have you heard of White Boy Rick?
No, what is White Boy Rick?
God, you've got to watch it. It's a documentary about a kid who was this white kid who hung out with a bunch of African American dudes, but he was a drug dealer in Detroit back when Detroit was basically a war zone. And he fit right in with these guys. He grew up with them. He did his thing, and he ended up being like branded as this drug kingpin, and they stuck him with life. I mean, it was awful. But during this course of this documentary, there's a movie called White Boy Rick. It's
Okay.
got Matthew McConaughey and another kid in it that plays White Boy Rick. Highly recommended. It's a great show. But there's also a documentary called White Boy, which is it's just a documentary about White Boy Rick. This was a huge thing.
No, I had no idea. I've never heard of this.
Do you remember the chief of police or the captain guy from Beverly Hills Cop that did Eddie Murphy?
Never seen
Was
that.
always yelling at Eddie Murphy. Do you remember this at all?
Yes, I did. It's been a long time
Well,
since
his
I've seen
name's
Beverly
Gil
Hills Cop.
Hill. He was legitimately a cop in Detroit and was
No shit.
legitimately involved in all this corruption. It's ridiculous.
Really?
You guys have got to
What?
watch White Boy is the documentary. It's a Stars thing, STARZ. Stars. And
That's an
White
add-on.
Boy, and White Boy Rick is the movie that Stars made about it, but it's great. It's great shit.
All right.
But anyway, just watch White Boy Rick. It's good stuff.
All right.
Where was I going with that?
Oh, boy. We were talking about Detroit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that shit all happened in Detroit, and there was probably a bigger point to that, but
Tim Allen. Let's roll it back. Tim Allen, the
there
Lions.
it was.
Okay. All right.
I got sidetracked because I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. Tim Allen was actually busted and convicted for cocaine.
I remember that.
trafficking
Yeah.
in-
My parents were
That's a
very
funny
upset.
mugshot.
His
Yeah.
fucking mugshots are out there for real.
No shit.
Dude
Oh,
straight
yeah.
up absolutely got busted for
Wow.
moving coke in Michigan.
He's
But
got a
see,
great
like,
mustache.
That's
Now-
what blows me
Yeah.
away. Is I mean,
I think he
I
sold
mean-
out everybody and got off.
Oh, is that right?
Like he was in danger for quite a while.
And one of the things was in Michigan at the time, this is the whole kind of the thing around White Boy Rick was if you were found with over 650 grams of illegal narcotics, you were sentenced to life
God
in
damn.
prison
Fuck.
automatically.
holy shit!
And I think Tim Allen did get caught with some stuff, and he got arrested, and I think he ratted out a bunch of people, and then dipsetted the fuck out of there and now he works for Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather be a movie star. I'm fucking dead.
Who at one point fired James Gunn for being kind of an asshole in a tweet from 20 years ago, and now he's back.
Wow. Yeah.
But anyway, White Boy Rick, Tim Allen was involved in, I mean, that whole thing. Michigan had this thing at one point where you're getting life if you're found with this much drug. Life.
That's so fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And white boy Rick was convicted. He was 17.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Convicted because he was moving some drugs in.
Yeah.
He was busted. It was a whole. The documentary is amazing.
How long ago was this?
It was back in the
Last
80s.
year.
Yeah, last year.
It was back in the
There's a good
80s.
chance Tim Allen may have purchased cocaine from
He
White Boy.
might have. Watch the documentary because it's amazing.
Okay.
And you feel for this kid because he was.
Yeah.
Imagine being convicted, life in prison for a nonviolent crime, life. There were dudes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil
Yeah.
this because
You could murder someone and not
the
get
documentary.
life automatically.
Yeah, a murder,
Listen,
rape,
they said
whatever.
in the movie. They said in the movie you'd be better off if you killed somebody than if you had been caught with this much cocaine.
Yeah, think about that, folks. How fucked up is that?
I'm not going to spoil it because the documentary, not the movie, but the actual documentary,
Blade shows up,
has
doesn't
a
he?
twist. He does. The documentary has a twist at the end. It's a documentary, and it has a twist.
Well, a lot of documentaries do nowadays.
But it is amazing. And the hitman, there was this hitman that they were interviewing. That dude admitted in open court to killing 30 people on purpose and did
Premeditated murder one.
and did like 17 years. And white boy Rick
Shit.
got life for dealing some coke. It's great.
Holy
Watch
fuck.
it. And Tim Allen, they showed his picture on the documentary.
Yeah. No,
And
it's
I didn't know.
Oh man.
And I was like, oh, that's Tim Allen.
Oh, I remember my
Tanya's
parents.
like Googling and she's like, oh my God, Tim Allen was busted for selling drugs.
I remember when that came out because I remember my parents
This is
being
Buzz
like,
Lightyear, y'all. That's a record selling coke.
"Should we let our son watch Home Improvement?" I don't know.
It's wholesome. It's wholesome. Just don't tell him about the drugs.
Yeah,
he just
so
needs
that-
more power.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sound like Jabba the Hutt.
Pinchy Wonka, Tim Allen.
Banta Voodoo.
So I'll bring it back to whenever you read off all the team stats. I just thought
Please.
of opening of Skyrim, and it just being like, "Oh, you're awake. What's your name? Team Paul Team shit Team Paul Shitgall."
My favorite thing about this game, aside from the logo, which is 1000% Pro Bass Shop. Bass Pro Shop? What is it?
Pro
Bass
Shop.
Pro
Pro,
Shop?
yeah,
Okay.
Bass
I got Pro Sport Hockey Bass Pro. It's essentially that logo. It's the gold oval with Noob Saibot playing hockey on it. But besides that, the best thing in this game is the music. I think the music is very, very, very good, but it depends on your taste.
And that's for a
it's
Super
not in it very
Nintendo game.
often.
That's high praise.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's very good. The music is very
They
good.
weren't rocking that Sega hardware.
No, they weren't rocking the
I wish there was music while you played actively, though.
right. It's very
That's my only thing.
Oh, there's no music?
no, and the sound effects themselves are not good. The music's good. Sound effects are like pretty much like when you go to the option screen in Sonic Spinball, and it's not great. Right. Yeah, and there's a lot of that. But you know what? The title music and the options music, they fucking slap. They fucking slap.
They slap.
And that's some Brainy Jr. shit, right?
Yeah, that's
That is.
our newest Patreon episode.
Yeah, they did a thing.
Oh,
Did you hear?
I haven't
Yeah,
heard it yet,
okay.
but I read the.
I want to
description.
listen.
I will
to that one.
fail.
I have not listened to
I will
that
fail
one,
that
but
test.
I'm going to.
It's a hard test. It's a very hard
I don't
test.
know what the fuck's up on that. at
See,
all.
our Artsy AJ
like
didn't know
2
about it,
generations
and then in
removed.
Snapchat, I,
know,
started
right?
dropping them left and right, and she was like, "What is going on? Quit it!"
Well, like I think the first time I ever heard On Fleek was when Taryn had.
Yeah, we learned on Fleek from
Yeah.
Taryn.
I was like, oh,
Which apparently
man.
is dead now.
Oh, that's dead now. Okay, I don't fucking know.
It wasn't in the quiz.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
no
like, "Oh, no one
shit.
says that anymore." No.
Oh, no one says that. I haven't heard it in a minute, so
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
People still say that though.
What
In a
In a minute.
Oh,
in a minute.
yeah.
In a minute.
I've just learned to keep my mouth shut. Tanya has not quite learned that yet. She still will drop something that was like okay to say.
Like
6 months
90s
ago.
cool.
Well, thebomb.com
And then,
is
like,
still
Gage would be
survived.
like,
That's the cockroach.
What?
Like, yeah, they
Are
still
you
say
fucking
that.
kidding me?
Thebomb.com.
Thebomb.com.
No. I remember feeling like cringy about that shit like way
Yeah,
back.
back when it was okay,
like
yeah.
really fucking seriously.
Thebomb.biz.
At the bomb.us.
Thebomb.gov.
That's the nuclear bomb.
Those sound better. Those sound better to me.
They really do put the pussy on the chain wax.
Do you have any achievements for pro sport hockey?
I've got a couple.
Okay.
A couple came in from Twitch chat. I've got I'm the fucking doctor, and that comes in from Blumpkin Bear. In order to unlock I'm the fucking doctor, you score with the DR player because a lot of the team members in the game have abbreviations above their heads. I don't know what they mean, but one of them is DR. C center. Got that one. Figured that one out. The four others, no idea.
Well, that's the person you got from the Dominican Republic.
Solved it. Solved it. Next achievement I got comes from
Baseball was full, so they put him in hockey.
Next achievement I got comes from T Goodman, and that is Puck Off. In order to unlock Puck Off, you need to win every face-off, but still lose every game, which is pretty easy to do.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Next achievement I got comes from Zal, and that is Baby Shark, do. In order to unlock Baby Shark, do, you need to win a game as San Jose, which is very, very difficult. I played as San Jose against Detroit just for funsies. Wow. Like, Detroit's pretty aggressive. Pretty
You're
aggressive.
playing against the best team. With
Yeah.
like
With the worst
team.
Right, yeah.
So-
I flipped it because as I started out, I was like, I'm going to play as the best.
That is a really clever achievement.
Yeah, the Baby Shark.
That was clever.
That's the Baby Shark, the fledgling sharks.
I love it.
In the hockey world.
Congrats on that one.
And then I've got
Very nice.
one more achievement from Twitch chat, which actually came from Tyler. So I don't know if you've
shit.
got this on your list of
I
achievements.
remember saying one, but
It is tripping over your own dick. Do you remember this?
yeah,
All
I
right.
do.
In order to unlock tripping over your own dick, you try passing the puck with your goalie and end up scoring on yourself instead.
It's when you roll a 0, or it's when you roll a 1.
Yeah,
critical fail, which
Caramel, yeah.
did happen to big dicked pie baker Chris Vaughn. He was playing at the same time as I was, and he was happy to report that happened to him.
All right. So it sounds like a pretty decent game. Like decent if you're into hockey.
It's
like
okay.
It was sound fun.
It's
Sounds
okay.
fun.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fun. There's another big problem where you can't see how much time is left in a period because they don't show you the clock.
That's an issue.
They also don't show you the score while you're playing. You pretty much have to wait until a period is over, and then they show you what the score is. So
Sounds really like just
it's a pretty basic thing that I feel like they fucked up.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have nice cut scenes when someone scores a goal.
Okay.
They have nice cut scenes when someone gets a penalty. And they have a nice period over cut scene where the Zamboni comes out.
We kept wondering what all those weird noises were that kept happening.
Yeah, it's players coming out of the penalty box. It makes a little like tink sound, and it's like, what is that all about?
sounds like they spent a lot of time on the cutscenes.
Yeah, yeah, that's where the budget went.
Maybe
The two
not so
songs
much
in the
the
game
score
and the cutscene.
of
Yeah,
the game.
that's pretty much it.
So like in general,
Yeah.
like where like just as a game, where would you like?
Should it be on IGN's top 100 Super Nintendo games?
No, I'm not going there. But
Okay, good, 'cause
but
it
like,
shouldn't.
is it is it
should
a
not.
shitty game? Just in general, is it a shitty?
I wouldn't
game?
play it again.
I don't think it's a shitty game. Like Roger
It's-
Clemens MVP Baseball is a shitty game. This
Yeah.
is just a lackluster
Okay.
game.
It's a D.
You're a kid. You're a kid that's like sorta into sports.
It's 1993.
No,
Nah.
no,
No, not if you're sort of into sports. I don't feel like.
Go for the Madden title of the.
Yeah, go for
Of
like
whatever
NHL
year.
94 or something like. Yeah,
Okay.
go for
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
Okay.
I got one achievement.
What do you got?
It's Gordon Bombay's Triple Deke. And you do that by losing in a shootout, which is what he does and shames his team in the Mighty Ducks 1 when he's a kid.
I see.
Because the Triple Deke is where he skates up and he's supposed to bounce the puck off the two goalposts. And win.
Right.
Bounces it off one and misses the other one by like that much.
You know what? should have stuck to the fundamentals.
And then he becomes a lawyer. Fucking loser.
Oh
A
yeah.
hockey lawyer.
All right.
Hey, by the way, sorry. This is just like listening to the last few episodes. This is just something I thought. It goes to like, would it be on the list? You guys are gonna run up on all kinds of games. It's like 700 fucking games, right? For the SNES. You guys have covered like at least 100 of them, probably several auxiliary games.
We did like
outside of that.
150 maybe.
Probably about right.
So, but you have like the IGN's top 100. So, like,
Yes.
as you do games that are not on the top 100, like the last game you did, Mortal Kombat, that was obviously a pretty
Power
good
Rangers?
fucking game. Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck. Holy shit.
I mean, I totally
I'm
understand where you
drunk.
confused the two.
I'm drunk.
Totally understand.
Fucking Power Rangers. Power Rangers was obviously a pretty good fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, based
Yeah.
on the episode that you guys,
Yeah.
like, I was like, fuck, I would have played it.
Yeah.
Okay. Where would you put that? Like, there are obviously a lot of games. I think one of you said something about 85, which makes me think, well, there are like 15 games that you would probably put in front of that. Like, so like, where would you put that
Where would we
game
put Power
on the
Rangers?
top 100? Yeah.
I put Power Rangers somewhere in the bottom 10.
Yeah, me too. I think
So-
that feels right.
Yeah.
So somewhere in the 90s.
Yeah, somewhere in the 90s.
All right.
Just like the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I took a minute to register. I've been drinking.
Pro Sport Hockey, not on the list.
No.
Yeah.
No. I
Not
mean,
on
it
the
doesn't sound like it would be on the list.
Not on the list
at all.
Also, not in the bottom 100. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. That's what when we're done. We'll rank them all.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for is the 700 count list.
The super episode
Yeah.
where we spend
Yeah.
8 hours fighting over where games
Love
go.
it.
Yeah. We'll get every guest
But
host
no,
on
like-
for that.
when you hit a good game.
It's our end game where
We
we
need
bring
more
back
mics.
all the characters.
Our Smash Brothers Ultimate. Everybody's here. Oh, God.
When you hit a good game, though, like Power Rangers,
Yeah.
I want to know where it would be.
Okay. All right.
All
All right. I like that. I like that challenge. I
Okay.
do. I like that.
Because 7, like Star Fox 2, I would have put that on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably put it in like the 70s
Yeah, because
or
I mean,
80s.
I know
Down
y'all
low,
played some
yeah.
like shit.
we
on the
played some bad
IGN's
ones.
top
Seventh Saga,
100, so.
no.
Seven Saga doesn't belong on the
Yeah,
list.
Seven
No.
Saga sounded rough.
Roger Clemens,
That
no.
sounded
This
No.
game, no.
Roger Clemens is seriously like one of the worst
So, hey,
SNES
look,
games. I've
when the
played.
randomizer gives you a gem, you tell us where it goes.
All right. I like that.
That's where I want to know.
All right. Okay. When it gives us a Chaos Emerald, we just fucking tuck it away.
And we give to Knuckles and we fucking
Oh,
fucking do that
Lord.
shit.
You guys want to talk about the Sonic trailer?
Dude. They're reworking it.
I do. I know.
People
Yeah.
freak the fuck
As
out.
they should.
And they absolutely, as they should. They're going back and reworking every scene that Sonic was in. They're going to make him look like Sonic.
Yeah, but they're like taking a big fucking gamble because it's like all the people like.
Unless they did this to get a reaction and then already had all the things
No,
done.
I think that
No,
was there was a board meeting. There was a wheel spun. There was an arrow that pointed to this, and they said, okay, we're gonna do this. The thing that's gonna make that movie good is Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
You're right.
That's the
If
only
that movie
hope.
is good.
He's gonna carry that movie.
Jim Carrey, you're our only
Jim
hope.
Carrey. Jim carried the Sonic movie into making its minimum budget. And its budget has been dramatically increased because now they're going back to
Reanimate.
every single scene that Sonic is in.
He's probably not in a lot of them.
Sonic.
No, I mean,
He looked like that
Yeah.
flea guy you showed me earlier from the Power
Yeah,
Rangers.
from the Power
I mean,
Rangers,
it was
yeah.
just-
See, I want them to go with Sonic Canon, where Dr. Robotnik is he's a doctor and he makes a sort of genetic machine that somehow he accidentally gets a rotten egg put in it. He gets trapped in there himself and gets combined with a rotten egg, and therefore he becomes the evil egg man.
I actually think that might happen.
Okay, I'm down.
Because
There is a before and after.
There is a before
Right.
and after. You see Jim Carrey, and it's Jim Carrey at his Jim Carreyest. I mean, it's like classic.
Yeah.
He's at his finest.
Awesome.
But at one point, you see in one of the very brief moments of the trailer, you see him looking like Dr. Robotnik with the red hair and the big
Big
old
mustache.
but he doesn't look like that in the first part of the trailer. So I think they're
okay.
going to do something with that. I think you
Good.
might be
Awesome.
right.
If there's not
so.
a scene at the end of that movie where Sonic defeats him and then he runs faster than Sonic, I'm out. Because that happens in every Sonic game.
With Kermit arms over his head. And he's,
right.
It's like, wait, how did you get away? I'm literally the fastest thing on the planet, and you got away from me.
Who would win in a foot race? Sonic the Hedgehog,
or Flash,
or Superman, or Goku. He can't use instant transmission.
Good. He needs that handicap. Goku. Yeah.
The answer is Sonic.
Or Fighting Flea.
Y'all just went like 5 directions that I had no idea.
Let's confuse John Turley.
Today on Let's Confuse John Turley.
Yeah, that'd be a long running fucking show.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Or a Cincinnati Bengals running back.
Hey,
John's on board.
Well, he's back.
I'm impressed.
We got him.
Back a very long time ago. Because where I would come back from culinary school, stay at Dave's on the weekends, we'd game and all that. And one time at his apartment, him and Nikki's apartment, they were gone for the day, and I was still there waiting for everybody to come back so we could game. And I got bored, and I wrote a short story in an email to Dave about you, John. And it was about you just being very forgetful and a whole day of bumbling adventures of you forgetting things, like you forgot your keys, but your power of forgetfulness was so strong, you just got in your car and drove before you realized, I don't even have my keys, and your car like stops in the middle of the road. And I wrote like
my mental acuity could make the car go.
Could bend reality. And I wrote like 4 pages, misspelled Dave's name in the email, and Hotmail does not have a send mail function. So I sent it to somebody. Somebody got this weird ass email. I emailed them again. Could you please send this back? Never heard from them.
This is very important to me.
Oh man, is it in your sent items?
No, that wasn't a thing in Hotmail. Like because I remember like, how do I recover it? You just couldn't do it.
You guys remember Hotmail?
Yeah, I remember Hotmail. I was Calrissian84 at hotmail.com. I don't know who the fuck that is now. That was me in the 90s.
Probably still you. I'm going to send an email to it right now.
Yeah, hey,
I've only ever had 4 email addresses. I was
Higginbottom Hollow.
Higginbottom Hollow is like my second one. My first one was Mr. Boston Bob at whatever it was, like when I first had my compact Presario.
Palacechat.com.
Because I was Mr. Boston Bob at something, and then I was Faux Newman at hotmail.com, then I was Higginbottom Hollow.
I have had iChandler73 at gmail.com for...
You're going to get email now.
I don't care.
Okay, great.
I don't give a fuck.
All right. Do you use email?
I do.
I had Tyler at TADPOG.com.
I mean, I don't like fucking write.
We
Yeah,
nuked
that
that
got
out.
I don't
wrecked.
write
Yeah.
like fucking
Long
emails.
form.
Dear Dad, I don't do that.
It's all marketing stuff now.
Hello, Father.
I never had Lohaki at gmail.com.
You got it now.
I'm gonna get that
Why not?
now.
You're going to have
if
to
it's-
underscore that shit.
If it's
but
taken, you can
all
have. I'll give you a little hockey at tadpog.com.
Okay.
If you want it.
Okay.
It's
I
yours.
forgot you have your own domain.
Yeah.
Shit.
You
I'm
want big
honestly-
I
hockey?
might have to get.
You want big hockey?
Not big hockey, but give me some thought.
All right.
I definitely want to get
Okay.
Tadpog.
It's slow as fuck. You're going to hate it, but we do have email.
Aside from
You think I'm gonna be worried about like the timing of some shit
Well.
coming into my Tadpog address?
I'll exclusively send
I
you.
mean, I only put my professional shit on the Tadpog address.
I'll exclusively send you ginger nudes.
Okay, yeah, I will only fucking reply with ginger news.
and make sure you put that on your LinkedIn account.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, that's my professional
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that's where I put on.
I honestly don't think I've had like legitimate email addresses other than
The Gmail, you had to have something before Gmail. Even I had Hotmail before
We had an
Gmail.
Apex address.
Or Yahoo.
Oh, yeah, you
Apex.
had your Apex.
My work addresses. I've had 3 or 4 work addresses, but
Yeah.
dude,
Personal.
I've been on Gmail since Apex.
I know, me too. I know. Like seriously, I'll tell people, I'll be
we're
like,
recording a fucking radio program. Nobody gives a shit about this.
Oh, I forgot. I had 3 my ICQ days. I had
Oh,
3 different personas tied to that.
ICQ.
Mr. Boston Bob. Sharky, and Shady Milkman were my three.
Shady Milkman.
And depending on
how did you come up with
Shady Milkman was a brand, like a Nike shoe, where they had a whole bunch of different series of shoes, and one of them I just thought sounded really cool was Shady Milkman.
Damn.
But depending on what kind of mood I was in, I would log in one of those three people and just be on ICQ. The one I used the most, of course, was Mr. Boston Bob. And I remember there was a girl that I dated.
What was the meaning behind that?
It was just a random fucking. When I made my first email, it was just like,
Bob.
I feel like Cheers was on in the background or something like that. So I was like,
Yeah, no.
Mr. Boston Bob.
I get it.
Where's a place that chicks would like?
Where everybody knows your name.
I remember going to chat rooms. They're like, "Oh, how's the chowder, Mr. Boston Bob?" I'm like, "Not as good as the beans." Ha ha ha.
Oh, man.
And y'all see Cheers? Let's talk about Cheers.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Did y'all ever go to IRC?
Fuck yes,
Dave,
IRC.
I was never into that.
Fuck yes, IRC.
Got you.
Where do you think I got
Dane.
my porn when I was a teenager?
Dane,
Damn
my
right.
boy. Me and Dane.
Sex whale.
Sex whale. Dane and I were an unstoppable force. We would troll the shit out of people on IRC. These dudes that thought they were meeting up with chicks in fucking Bowling Green, Kentucky. I mean, we went all out.
Yeah.
To just
Catfish.
bring these guys to their dignity. He was an artist, and I love you, Dane. I love you, Dane. I miss you, boy.
I treated IRC more.
Dude is still alive, by the way. He's very much alive. I didn't mean to imply that Dane was dead. I was like,
I talked to Dane about 3 years ago. I did not hear that he died.
Dane is fine. He is perfectly fine.
I feel like Dane's in a different place now.
The Dane that is now is not the Dane that used to be.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
homie was.
I mean,
he and I wreaked havoc.
That was what IRC was for.
We made IRC what
yeah.
it was.
That's what IRC was for.
Years.
IRC was a game for me, and it involved channel takeovers. Like that was like what IRC was. Like take over this channel. Like take over as many channels as I possibly can. Wait for a net split. Jump in there. Hope that when it merges, when they flip that coin, where they're like, which side's gonna go? It's like
absolutely.
I own this channel now. Let's talk about South Park.
Then you set up your bots and leave.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Drop them out. I have no more time for you. I've got another channel to take over.
Let me tell you my Mr. Boston Bob story real quick.
okay, no. I want to hear it. I want to hear it so bad.
That this girl that I've been talking to, I used to work with her. We dated for a minute. I really liked her, but she ended up like she was going to college. She didn't want a relationship before she went to college. So like, okay,
Perfect.
I understand. Around the same time we split up, I was really into Phantasy Star Online. I was playing a lot of Phantasy Star Online on my Dreamcast. And so much so I was like, I need a new email address. And I was playing Force Newman. So I was like, phonewman@hotmail.com. That's my new email address. I went and made it, changed all my shit to that. That's just what it was. And then like 5 years later, I talked to that girl again, and she was like, I really want to get back together, but I emailed you, but you never replied. I was like, what are you talking about? Where'd you send it? Mr. Boston Bob at yahoo.com. Or whatever it was. I was like, oh, no. Girl, I was off that jam. Phonewman@hotmail.com. Like it must have been like the day after I changed my email address that she sent that. So
She was like, also, why did you send me this weird story about forgetful guy?
Some forgetful
I think
dude.
I sent it to Finnegan with an E instead of Finnegan with an A.
Oh, let me tell you about Finnegan with an E.
Careful.
I get some of that woman's emails, so it goes both ways.
Man, I get a dude who thinks he has my fucking Gmail address, who lives in fucking London, and apparently is doing like real well from some of the places he shops at. Because like I get those like emails of I'm like, man,
He went to
this guy,
Subway again?
nah, man. This dude is shopping at some fucking high-end places. Because, like, at first, I always think it's spam. You know, because I'm like, oh, well, invoice. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, you're about to get fished on.
Yeah, get fished on. And then I'm like, oh, it's this dude again. Because it's always in fucking
Oh, it's
London.
British John Turley.
Yeah, British John Turley. Fucking British John Turley is
And you're
living.
Irish.
I know, right? Well, I'm like a little Irish. I'm a lot less Irish than I thought. Thanks, Ancestry.com.
It's great being rich, isn't it?
I'm trying to think of an English
Wait.
name, but I just can't come to anything to to turn into John Turley.
But no, like fucking like true British John Turley.
Are you British?
I'm fucking 58% wanker. Yeah, I just found out.
Yeah, but are you Irish?
No fucking wonder we get along so well.
I know you're British too.
Totally British.
I lived this whole life.
It was the weirdest thing that John being Irish and me being
Yeah.
British of descent
Yeah.
would get along.
Were you worried he was going to take it out on you? Or
He might kick my ass or fucking send me a letter bomb or something.
Yeah.
Send you a flaming arrow or something. But no, it's like, yeah, man, I went my whole life thinking like that I was like really Irish or
Sucker.
whatever. Yeah, it turns out like
We're all British.
I'm like 26% Irish, and that whole fucking prima nocte shit.
Turns out you're mostly like a character out of Snatch, is what you're telling.
58% British. Yeah.
so, how was your? Did it affect your St. Patrick's Day at all?
Oh no, I don't really. I mean, here in
Only got
Kentucky, my
42% drunk. So
Kiss me, I'm bummed out.
yeah.
Oh,
so
good shit.
yeah,
Tyler.
I
Yes,
fucking
Dave.
forgot where I was going with that. It just got.
I love
serious,
everybody
though.
here. I love you. I love you all. I'm very glad that you're here. I feel like we talked the most appropriate amount of pro sport hockey.
Well, I also want to say that two of you are the quickest I've ever felt close to two people in my life. Like,
Aw.
as soon as I met you guys, like,
Get it.
And it had
Just like
nothing to
that?
do
I
with the
feel
sex
the
party.
same way without question.
because like, you just showed up at my house, play some D&D,
I
and
just
I was
showed
like,
up and we're like friends forever.
Yep.
I feel like I've known you forever. Dude was at my house today. Just showed up at my house. I gave him some
Yeah.
cable. Or yesterday.
Is that a euphemism?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday.
Is that a euphemism?
gave him some cable.
No,
Gave-
I,
gave him
he
some
was
cable?
like,
I
you
had
know the
intercourse
cost.
with Tyler.
Yeah.
Not a euphemism.
Yeah, no. It's when he says he laid down the conduit. That's when
You want me to put internet in your
Tyler
garage?
came to my
give you
house.
some
We had
cable then.
intercourse. I gave him some cable. He left.
I love how separate it is. You got,
I had
you
to
got-
pull all 250 feet out of my asshole.
Little hockey, my ass.
Tyler.
Thank
Yes,
you for saying
Dave.
that, Tyler.
I've had a lot of fun today with our friends, talking about a little bit of everything. But before we close things out, I have a few important questions for you. The first of which is, if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be? And why?
I would have to give it the beard of fourth grade Tyler.
Did
You
you
had
have a beard?
in fourth grade?
No.
Okay.
So it was about there as the mechanics of this game.
I see.
So while it's as much of a good hockey game as I was of a good hockey fiction writer.
All right. Okay.
It was
Perfect.
3 years away from being amazing.
Yep. I write the best hockey fan fiction now.
Please,
dog.
please start writing more. Please start writing
Dude,
more.
I want to know about this forgetful superhero, man. I'm so
It
intrigued.
can never be
And it was you
I
just writing
know.
like a letter to Dave about how like you wouldn't believe this, man.
I didn't know I was that forgetful back then. I mean, I'm like, but I mean, I'm
Yeah, did you
forgetful,
forget-
so I
did you
wouldn't
forget?
know, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
You forgot you weren't Irish.
I found out I wasn't Irish.
Sure. For the
Thanks to my sister I didn't know about. Yeah, that's a whole nother episode.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I'd have to give it Jason's hockey mask because
All
that
right.
is
The loose interpretation.
yes,
I like
because
it.
that is about how every goalie is in this fucking game. They're like Jason Voorhees guarding the net.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
They all drown in a lake.
I mean, how can we use that against these goalies?
and then come back to
if
be
Freddie died
literally
by fire
unstoppable.
and Jason died by water, how can we score a goal on these goalies?
I've got another question, and this is for everybody at the table. I want to know how much you think this game is. Pro Sport Hockey, how much for the SNES? There was an NES version. So I want to make it clear, this is for the SNES version. How much do you think this game is on average, according to PriceCharting.com?
$24.95.
$24.95 from Ian. Tyler, what do you think?
I'm wondering because it also feels like it has that what's that NES game? It came out before the Olympic game that everybody has. It's this version that it's one of the most expensive NES games you can buy.
Oh, are you talking about? I can't remember what it's called, but it's the Olympic Games. I don't know. Everyone's screaming at us right now.
$50,000.
Why'd you do this?
Yeah. So I feel like it could have that vibe. Like it could be rare and in '93 and no one bought it, and it's not worth like $30,000 by any means. Otherwise,
right.
I'd know about it. But so I could go see this going really high or really low.
So is 93 early for an NES? Or
90, 91, 92.
Or is that like in the middle?
It's early.
It's early. It's like
early?
first trimester.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
872.
872 from Tyler.
Damn. Is that $872?
$872.
Is it?
$8.72.
$8.72. That's a good question, Ian. That's a really good question. Stadium events.
Stadium events. Thank you.
1260.
1260.
Yeah.
From British John Shirley.
I mean, again,
How many pounds is that?
Fucking wanker. You fucking wanker.
What is that in pounds sterling, mate?
No, I feel like that scene in Train Spotting where he's all like,
Yeah, there's that
shit,
train.
Yeah, it's shit being
Spotted
Scottish Tommy. What are the lowest of the low? Some people hate the English. They're just wankers. We, on the other hand, were conquered by wankers.
It's that British kid relating to that Irish movie.
Yeah, Scottish. All right, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, Scottish.
Yeah.
Which I
You're also.
I should do the ancestry
Yeah.
thing and see if I'm
You
actually
really
as
should.
Scottish as I think I
You
am.
really
Listen,
should
I've
because
really
I
been
got
talking
some
about that.
fucking. I got fucking shocked by that shit.
Short, sharp, shocked. Okay.
But
Sorry.
I've thought about doing that shit too, just because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Because like it's fun, right? Because it's like
Oh,
it doesn't
no, it's
really,
really cool.
it doesn't really matter.
No,
Like, I mean,
no, it
doesn't
fucking matter.
It's kind of like just open up a pack
But
of baseball
Well, it
cards,
matters
right?
on which
Yeah.
kind of,
It's interesting.
Yeah,
it matters
exactly.
100% on which kind of
You're
Trump
probably-
you can hang out with. So yeah, it
You're
matters.
probably not going to be like pleasantly surprised. It's like opening the base, like you said, opening the
Yeah.
baseball
Right.
cards. I kind of thought that
Hey,
might
man.
be
Well,
the case.
Melissa's mom is 1% African American. She was pretty surprised.
Nice.
Yeah.
1%.
Yeah.
A whole one.
Wow.
All right, guys. Actual retail value of pro sport hockey used loose at the time of this recording, according to PriceCharting.com, is $7.30.
Ding, 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 ding,
man.
ding.
Very-
Tyler Holland.
You were still over, but
you
you
were
were
over,
close.
but-
Close to that
Very-
prize.
Very close. You can
That's
get
impressive.
a complete copy for $16.09 or a new copy for $27.83. Now, the real question is, this just for funsies, this game also came out on the NES. How much do you think it was? How much do you think a loose copy of Pro Sport Hockey for the NES runs for?
$13.89.
$13.89?
128.66.
$128.66?
You just went the whole other way.
What do you think, John?
For the NES, I mean, this came out in '93, right? 612.
$6.12.
That is two.
I mean, somewhere between 2 and 6.
I don't know, red.
Nine.
Q? Tyler is the closest. It is $109.42.
Holy shit.
That is a late ass NES game.
Fuck yeah,
So
it is.
you know it's
True,
low
true.
production.
Yeah.
You can get a new copy for $800.37.
Oh, fucking sign me
that
up.
So there you go.
Sign me up.
And that's it. That's all the things I have on this
right.
notepad. This
We
digital
got there.
notepad. We got there.
there.
We did.
Eventually.
We found our way.
I totally did.
With the
I
with the British guy that identifies as Irish.
Yeah.
and little hockey.
Yeah, I'm like trans Irish.
We're a crazy bunch.
I fucking got drunk along the way.
Yes.
This is why the people without Patreon are like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, if you enjoyed
I
this
know, right,
episode,
yeah.
there's a lot more of this on
Subscribe
patreon.com.
because we're really stupid on Patreon.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Somehow
Ian
more
tells
so.
sex stories is a good episode.
Ooh, no.
man,
Is it though? Is
that-
it?
no,
Yes,
no,
it
it is. It is.
No.
Like if you thought this was
Are you fucking-
moderately enjoyable,
Are you
Am I putting it in the show notes?
On the
tonight?
show
Moderately.
notes?
I am.
Yeah,
It's still behind a paywall.
You'll really enjoy some of the Patreon shit.
I was.
Your first episode was NBA James.
Was it?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Probably. Man, I don't remember.
Well, do you remember your first one?
I'm
though,
the
Ian?
forgetful guy.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. You don't know. What am I asking you?
No, I don't know. It was some Zelda shit or Mario something.
See, he's a forgetful
Okay.
guy too.
No.
Don't make me feel bad.
Are you saying compared to you?
Judging me?
Man, if you started crying, it would have been so good.
You think you're better than me?
Don't you? You little hockey is judging me.
He doesn't remember either. Not just
Little
me.
hockey, motherfucker. Little hockey. You don't talk to me like that.
Both me and your wife do not know who you are.
Oh my god! Don't
Sorry.
listen to my old shit, y'all.
No, totally. Listen to it.
I'll remove the
That's some funny
link
shit.
in the show notes.
Don't do it. I need the recognition.
All right, okay, it's staying in. It's staying in.
Although I need,
Nah, those.
I haven't been here in a
I
while.
feel like those
before we
urine
keep
reviews.
going, I need, lay out my prayer, get my prayer shawl on.
Lay it out, baby.
Whoa.
And I gotta pray and all hell the randomizer. I gotta know what's coming up.
All right,
Oh,
I'll hail the
shit.
randomizer.
Man, we're gonna be here.
You're gonna witness. You're gonna witness
We're gonna
history
be here for the randomizer.
in the hexagon.
You got it pulled up?
It's so hot in here right now.
Can I see it? Oh
I
no,
don't
it's
know
getting
if I've
warm.
got heat
You
stroke.
don't
No, it's
look at
getting
the
wrong.
face of God,
No,
Jonathan.
I want to
Sorry.
see it.
No,
I want
there's
to
only
stare
no,
into the face
no.
of the randomizer.
No.
I know. You know better than I do what happens when you open the Ark of the Covenant and you look in.
One.
Look, if it melts my fucking face, it melts my fucking face. All right.
It's what was meant to be.
I want to know.
I love you three enough that I will bear this burden. I don't mean to sound like a big shot, but I am the true prophet of the randomizer. Only I talk to the randomizer.
What is it
Hey.
in Dogma that
you
I'm the
what's
Benjamin Sisko. This fucking
You're
randomizer.
the
and only you
Melisandre
will
of
get
the
that.
randomizer.
what is the role that Severus Snape plays in Dogma? He's Metatron. Is it Metatron?
Metatron.
The voice
Yeah.
of God.
The voice of
You're
God.
the voice
God,
of the
yeah.
randomizer. You're Metatron.
It's Alan Rickman, by the way.
Alan Rickman. Thank you. I remember Alan, but I kept wanting to say
Rickman.
Turing, and I was like, I know it's not him.
It was John Turley.
All right.
Go ahead, Dave.
Are you ready?
All right, hit it.
Do the noises. Keep going.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
277.
277. That's higher than we've gotten in a little while.
King Arthur in the Knights of Justice.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
It does. It
I
sounds.
mean,
That sounds pretty
It sounds
good. I'm
promising.
sure it's not, but that sounds. Hey, whatever.
Hey.
This is the path we're supposed
Hey,
to be on.
hey, you never know. You never know.
That's true.
It
All
might
hail the
be-
randomizer.
All hail the randomizer. It might be fantastic.
It might be.
It
I mean,
probably
there's some
won't
hidden gems.
be. There's 700. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you got a 500% chance that it's
I'm
dog
just-
shit.
I'm
but it
thankful
might be amazing.
to the randomizer that it's not another sports game.
Man,
Yeah.
I gotta,
Hey, yeah.
We'll get another one next time. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Totally.
I gotta start listening to this show again.
No, you do. No, you do.
No idea what's going on.
The power, dude, I'm telling you, man. the
Context
last
clues
episode,
are my friend.
The
I'm like,
fucking-
okay,
Good luck. I don't
hail
feel like
the
we're giving a lot of context clues.
not much has changed. I was
Nah, he
actually
picks
really
up quick.
glad when you asked him about the beards and glasses thing. I was like, yeah, they're still doing that.
Oh yeah, that dies with Tadpog.
Yep.
Beards and glasses is a,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
a
they've
staple.
only done that for 500 episodes.
That's a staple.
Do you still do the thing at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We still do the thing. We still
So
do the
glad
thing
to
at the
hear
end.
that.
How
Yeah.
long has it been since you've listened?
Dude, I don't want to say. Listen, don't follow me.
Just saying how quickly we were friends, and now you don't even.
Here I am.
You're
Yeah,
It's
you
not
guys-
about your
yeah,
show.
that's
It's
true.
about you.
Well, I
Tyler.
had to fuck you though to get you here, so I don't know.
There was intercourse.
Wait. Who gave who cable?
I mean,
Well-
he's hooking up my internet. I didn't hook it up with his house. So.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's not against Tadpog. That I'm just.
But the blowjob was terrible.
Too much teeth, not enough beard.
Don't be like Ian. Don't be like the Wizened Sage. And don't listen to Wizened Sage's previous episodes.
Absolutely,
No, you
listen to
totally
them.
should. You totally should. He's wise.
I'm scared.
Manhunt was good. I wonder if
Manhunt was good.
Manhunt,
Jorge was
you and
there.
Jorge.
That
Need
was
to
a
have Jorge
rare-
back
That
on
was a rare
sometime.
pairing.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know what you were talking about at first. I thought you were talking about that time we hunted a man.
Of that gay website we were on for a long time.
Manhunt, manhunt.com.
Manhunt.biz.
Dot fun.
.us.
Hey, you need to get Jorge's buddy DJ Wood. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know that dude. I know that dude. I went to PCC. Went to PCC with DJ Wood.
He's pretty.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny dude. All
He
over
is
Yeah.
a funny
Facebook.
guy,
I worked-
man.
I
He
worked
is
with
a
him.
funny guy.
At the OG.
Oh,
yeah.
at the OG.
Yeah.
That's right.
We were
Yeah,
family.
I forgot about that.
We were family.
Yeah, you need to get fucking DJ on here sometime. I mean, I'm sure he played a fucking video game once.
Fuck it, we'll get him on with King Arthur and the Knights of Justice.
Yeah, you should do
DJ,
that.
if you're listening, come
Thank you
on.
for saying it again.
You're welcome. The only reason I remembered it is because I put it in the show notes.
Yep.
Typed
Nice.
it.
already.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can so you don't miss
top
the
of that
next
shit.
episode. We're talking about King Arthur and the Knights of
The
Justice.
Knights of Justice.
Knights of
Knights with a K.
I've never heard him called that
The
before.
Knights of.
I'm really worried about it because I was a pretty nerdy kid. I'm a nerdy adult, and I'm into video games, and I've never heard of this game. So,
It's like fuck the round table, right?
yeah, it's not. This is probably not going to be a very good game, is my guess.
Yeah.
But we'll
It'll be
see.
the best
Oh,
game
it could
ever.
be a
It
great
could be
episode. Though.
hidden gem.
Could I don't know.
Could be.
Okay, so you can find us on YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes.
Yes, we got some new 5-star reviews.
Yes.
Thank you,
Fuck
Just a
yeah.
Punk, and thank you, Theme
Which
Park
I
Hero.
know I haven't. I got in touch with Nate Lines. I sent him out that sweet gift that you can see on the show notes for last episode. I forgot to bring my mini randomizer to figure out who I'm going to do that. So next
It's a
week,
bye week.
next week, please tune in for
That's a football
King
reference.
Arthur.
Yeah, I did that
King
for you.
Arthur
Good
and the Knights
job.
of Justice.
I did that for you.
And I'll give away another of these fantastic prizes to an iTunes reviewer. Let's see.
Better be.
And the mystery prize, the mystery Capcom prize,
Yeah,
will still be in the show notes for this episode too.
Perfect.
So
So
you got that.
if you want that sweet prize, it's apparently was a big thing on Think Geek. They don't sell anymore. So
And it's just
So-
a
Is it a
big.
foam
sold so
bath
well,
left?
they were just throwing them away.
It's
Is
a
it
big
a
thing.
foam bathleth? Because if it's a fucking foam bathleth,
you know, I couldn't get my hands on
Capcom
those.
branded foam back.
Is it a Sports Illustrated football phone?
I'd be keeping that shit. So no.
yeah.
And it's,
I'll show
I mean,
you.
I get it.
I'll show you. Got one in the house.
it's not a Garfield phone either, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing till I saw that post on TADPOG Nation.
The Garfield phone.
Sean
Garfield
McElwain
phone,
of
yeah.
Super Metroid fame has one.
Mm-hmm.
like an actual
Just
one.
like the one, yeah. He put up a picture of it.
Yeah, I want one.
Holy shit!
Anyone out there has a Garfield phone they want to let me have? Let me know.
Just let me have it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it.
Those Garfield phones. Let's see. Hey, you find the Tadpog on Facebook if you want to get in that real raunchy shit. Tadpog
Yes.
Nation.
Yeah,
You gotta want it. You gotta
You
want
gotta
it.
want
you
it.
do. You need to
You
want
gotta
it.
want it. You gotta
It's
want
worth
it,
it.
not be a bot.
It's worth it.
Let's see. We're on Tadpog_podcast on Instagram. If you want to call and leave us a voicemail that we'll get to eventually.
You can do that.
270-883-2555.
Yes.
If you want to send us a package, Choco Chica is asking about chocolate.
We do have a new
lot.
package.
Perfect.
Tadpog sweetheart Nicole sent me a message earlier this week, said we have a package, and I said great, thank you, and then I haven't gone to pick it up. So we got one waiting for us.
Awesome. You can send that to Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
We got a Patreon, which we talked
Yeah.
about already. Patreon.com/Tadpog. Throw in a buck, you
Yeah.
get access to a whole bunch of bonus shit that we
Give
got
them
on there.
5.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, put 5 on it.
Yeah, I mean, put whatever on it, but just give them some money.
Put in $1.
All right.
Listen to our latest episode with
There's
with
a
Brady
lot.
Jr. It's good.
There's a lot of shit on Patreon. All right, there's a lot of content. Fucking pay the $1 or more,
5.
or more.
Just make it
And
5.
just-
Who
and-
the fuck gives $1? Give $5.
Whatever. Give something.
Yeah,
Listen
give
to the Patreon shit. It's fucking funny. All right.
Thank you, John.
And
Thank
usually
you.
longer,
Sorry.
except when
No.
we're on. When oh my lord. has
Yeah,
it
we're
been
coming
that-
up on 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
How's that commute to work, everybody?
I knew we were gonna. I mean, it was pro sport hockey. You knew we were gonna talk. About
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, you knew it was
long
going to be
time.
like some in-depth real deep, like Sports Center type hockey Yeah.
You know, there had to be some TADPOG Nation people that will see
Tadpoglodites, please.
TADPOGlodites. Sorry, I didn't.
That's the
I knew that. I don't know what. That looked at the description of the episode and were like, oh no.
Oh, man. Big hockey, little hockey, thick hockey, can't fit his balls in a cock ring hockey. Fuck yeah.
No,
Fuck yeah.
no. They saw John, Turley, and Ian and said, oh God, this is going to be like 4 hours long.
Is this the end of the year already?
Endgame long.
It's gonna be so long.
Man, I can't wait to see that Star Wars movie with you guys when we're done recording this episode. Only Patreon kids will get that joke.
Lord.
Yeah. Pay your fucking $1 and you'll understand. Yeah.
TADPOG IT.
It's so goddamn
TADPOG
worth
IT.
it.
Also, if you
TADPOG IT. That is be a thing.
That's right.
send me a Garfield phone, and I might, give you all the bonus stuff. In it.
Yeah, no. Send a
I want to
Garfield
face
phone.
shop both of you onto Jim Carrey and the Cable Guy in the movie picture with the cable TADPOG IT.
Carry the Cable Guy. I like that.
Nice.
Good movie.
Nice.
Ish.
It's been a minute.
I heard it was ahead of its time.
Ish.
Yeah, it was ahead of its time. It was. I feel like it was like impossible to appreciate. Like when it came, I remember watching it as a kid and being like, "This movie
isn't Jim
fucking
Carrey.
sucks."
This isn't Ace Ventura.
Right. This is a man with serious issues.
stuff.
And then I don't know.
But I liked
Yeah,
it.
but
Yeah.
now you watch
I really
it and
liked
you're
it.
like, oh. Okay.
And then a couple of years later, when it was like showed on like Comedy Central, like ad nauseum or whatever, it was like, I get it now.
Yeah, I was an adult when it came out, so I got it immediately.
Oh, so it's funny when you're grown up. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird.
it's
'cause
not funny. That's just it. It's
Well,
sad.
yeah.
It's sad and kind of bleak. Really, I mean, it is. But
It's
at the
dark.
same time,
It's dark
like,
humor. It's still funny.
Homie's.
I was used to
out of
Ace
this.
Ventura
See, it makes
that's exactly what everybody says.
and The Mask. I mean,
What
so
is
it's
that
like
song? There's that.
good one.
There's like an
Man, I did not
upbeat
like The
teeny
Mask.
bopper song where he says,
I'm like the only
"I'm like everyone's. I'm so funny. Everyone says I'm Jim Carrey." And then the thing at the end is, "I'm like the Cable Guy."
I don't know.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Man, yeah,
because it
find
makes
it.
that song sound fucked up now that you say that.
Oh, that,
While you're looking that up, and since we were talking about Patreon, I want to take a moment to thank some donors on Patreon. I'd like to thank Persona Warrior Cody for recently upping his donation, riding that penny train. Thank you, Persona
I
Warrior
haven't
Cody.
seen the train whistle in so long.
There you go, Ian. Give you the honors. I'd also like to thank Exalted Lord Micah Purdue, who just recently upped his donation by a penny, riding that penny train. There we go. And then I'd like to thank Nolan Clemens, who just recently upped his donation by a penny, riding that penny train. Thank you, Nolan. Definitely appreciate it. And we've got a completely new donor who'd like to remain anonymous. Thank you very much for that donation. There we go. That's like
That's the anonymous.
That was the anonymous whistle.
that was like the Dumbo train. Like, all right.
Continue.
That's it. Those are all the donations that we got.
Thank you, anonymous donor.
Thank you very much. I know who they are. I'm not gonna share.
Congrats on staying
That's cool.
anonymous.
Yeah.
I wish I had.
They're famous, aren't they?
They're famous.
It's like,
Yeah.
is it?
I mean, I get it.
Is it Tom Brady?
It's Emilio Estevez. You were close.
Oh man.
No, in no universe is Emilio Estevez close
Getting that sweet 2.5 men money.
to Tom Brady, and I mean that in what might sound the reverse. I think
Flip it and
Emilio
reverse it?
Estevez is way better than Tom Brady. I'm just saying. No offense, Tom.
I get that.
You're
No,
a great
no,
quarterback,
fuck.
but Emilio
No,
Estevez is better than you.
He's a great quarterback. He really is. He's a total douchebag, though, so it's okay.
I wouldn't even call him a douchebag.
Explain your
He's
position.
like actually a nice dude.
Maybe.
I hate that he
Ex-
plays. for the
explain your
Patriots.
position.
I wish he played for the Steelers. That's all I'm saying. I don't
Hey
hate
man,
Tom
you had
Brady.
Terry
He's an
Bradshaw.
amazing
You
football
had
player.
one great quarterback. That's I mean,
We've had a couple.
yeah,
of great quarterbacks
have
actually,
had a couple. Yeah.
but
Fuck you.
We're just buying time while
big-
Tyler is
I'm a Bengals
tapping
fan, so I don't know what
furiously.
it's like to have an amazing quarterback other than like Boomer Esiason.
I'm gonna
for,
go
like,
with
a few
3.
years.
You also don't know what it's like to be Irish.
I'll have to keep looking for it. I can't find it.
Next
That
week.
hurt me deep
Sorry,
inside.
that wasn't
It's okay.
That wasn't
It's okay.
I didn't mean that as hurtful as it came out. But when I saw Ian's reaction, I was like, oh no,
Oh boy.
oh, I did the thing.
Oh, you can't ring that bell, buddy.
It's okay.
I did the thing.
I'm getting okay with it.
I found it.
Okay.
I found it.
What is it?
Blessed Union of Souls. Hey Leonardo, she likes me for me.
What?
Here, I'm playing a little bit of it. I'll
That
play a little
sounds
bit
familiar, but oh my god,
That sounds like Meet Virginia.
This
of
hurts.
it. So you just listen to it.
this is some cringy
And
shit.
it makes the song really fucked up. Not because
That's a different song, right?
it started oozing out my ear. She likes me for me.
I've heard this song like a
I'm
lot.
gonna have to stop it soon, or you're gonna be copyrighted.
Yeah, we're gonna get flagged.
We're commenting on the quality of the song.
No, this is
And we are all lawyers.
Yeah.
Surprise!
This is a review.
We may not be Irish, but we're definitely lawyers.
I'm 26% Irish.
There couldn't have been a more perfect response to that.
I want a Tadpog bumper sticker that just it's green, white Helvetica. I'm 26% Irish. There's one made and it goes on John Turley's car.
It's even gonna have to be hug me. Hug me. I'm 26%
Irish.
Fuck that kissing shit.
Oh shit!
Hug me. I'm
love it.
26% Irish.
I love it. With a 3-leaf clover.
Not at me. I'm 27% Irish. Oh my god. Remember this. Oh my god.
Hey Siri. Set a reminder to make John Turley a hug me, I'm 26% Irish bumper sticker.
Okay, I added make John Turley a hubby. I'm 26% Irish.
Siri for the win.
Thank you, Siri.
Because there's a part of that song
Shit.
where he says she loves me for me. She says I'm funny like Jim Carrey, and then he says I'm like the cable guy.
So he's not funny.
Like
Yeah.
you're awful to her.
Dark. You're dark.
Yeah, dark.
Okay.
It's
And-
funny, but it's fucked up.
And he gives her
probably-
free cable.
So for all Blessed Union of Souls fans, they're all out there.
Wow, man.
That's
was
something
like the
that got a lot of
credit- that
play
was
on
like the-
96.9 back in the day.
That was like the
just
music
stuck in my
that
head.
rolled over like the credits
they were
to American
97
Pie or
FM.
something.
Not even American Pie.
Not even American Pie.
Yeah, like Soviet cake or something.
Soviet cake. Cake put this penis in you.
In Soviet Russia, can't eat you.
Movie masturbate to you.
Shit.
Oh man. Our theme song is moved. Let's think about drive. Link to that track found in the show notes at typehog.com. How do you guys want to close this one out?
Quickly.
So until next time, Tropical
Tropical
Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Was that an Irish accent?
No, that was just tropical. I don't know if I can do one right
Please.
now. Honestly,
Please.
Tropical Capricorn. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do one in all the races that make up you.
I have to hear. So that's the thing. Like I have to hear somebody.
Please
speak
tell
in
me
that
you're
accent.
Jamaican. Ooh, please tell me.
Hey, there's like no, it's like 58% English, 26% Irish, and a certain whatever the fucking rest is other. So I mean, that could be like anything, man.
Okay.
I mean,
Rebel
I don't
against me,
know.
I'm English. Right?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I'm happy with this episode. I'm happy.
I'm
This is
glad
good.
somebody
This
is.
good. No, man. This is good. This is good.
I'm like 26% happy.
Yeah. That's right.
Because in case you've forgotten, you did drop some bad words earlier. So.
I did. Oh yeah, yeah. I said yeah.
Naughty
I said
boy.
that word.
I almost got you to say
I said
it again.
words.
Almost.
I said words. It was just one word, really.
One word twice.
Not twice.
Yep.
Was it twice?
Yeah.
Did I say it twice? Oh,
you
man.
forget?
Way more than 26% of the
And that is not coming out.
Well, hey, man. I mean, look. When it comes to anti-vaxxers, I'm pretty fucking passionate
Get fired
about that
up.
shit. All
Get
right?
fired up.
No, I am. I think it's fucking
No, I-
goddamn ridiculous.
I get it. I'm
with.
with you. I mean, I'll go on. I mean, I've talked about that way early on the show. I think it's like fucking dangerous, and that's
No, it absolutely is.
If I swear to God, if I get measles, oh wait, I won't, because I've been vaccinated.
Yeah, look at New York right now if you want to know how fucking ridiculous that shit is. So
Yeah.
I feel you.
yeah, that's a thing that we said was completely annihilated in the year 2000, and it's 2019, and we've got 268 confirmed cases of it.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, dickheads.
Oh, wait, wrong one.
That you remember how many confirmed cases of measles there were?
It's something like that, man. I was fucking throwing out a number that I felt like was pretty close. I don't know.
Was it about 26%?
Think about it.
Measles.
Canadians.
Think about it.
Canadian.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we love you. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah,
that shit.
Micro Pussy. This is a nice subreddit.
Just found that one the other day.
Wow.
Not that I'm into that sort of thing. I know you're recording right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, this
all
is the
pre-show
stinger.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what's funny to me
God
though?
damn.
Right?
God damn. I am subbing.